tries for Stranraer. Rock on, Tommy.
Quick scores! Stranraer 1, the Queen of the South 0. James Dolan supporting the box. Oh my goodness! James Dolan! Keeper's a goal! Tooney scores.
Hip hip today.
Ekrapon chips it in. Oh! Tom Ekrapon! What a finish! Ekrapon!
China has got Clyde Edgar. Stranraer have got Ryan Edgar. It's a goal! It's a goal for Stranraer. The Tranlee try.
Don lifts it up.
DK has the second goal.
The self-styled most handsome man in Scotland.
Goes to the wall. Yeah!
Hello and a warm welcome to our end of season review of 2025-2026. I'm Laurence Nelson. Alongside me, as it always seems throughout the long season, is Brian Martin, and the man behind the camera is George Frank. Brian, let's start off by looking at pre-season preparations at the start of this season. It seems like a long time ago now, but if you think back, we were trying to build on that 8th place finish at the end of last season. A lot of changes during the summer. I've got a list kindly supplied by George Frank of the summer signings that came in. Ewan Henderson, Lewis Reid was made permanent. Remember that awards night last year where we were teased that Lewis might be coming back?
Yep. Lewis Reid decided to come back with another.
He definitely did. BJ Call, Evan Dunn, James Dolan, Jordan Stewart, Scott Ruff, Lewis Hunter, Danny McManus, Ronan Hughes and Tommy Sharp. And if you want players who disappear, went out the door, Sam Kane ended up at Derby. Robbo, Scott Robertson retired, then he went to Halford. Craig Ross went to Airdrie, Adam Cummins went to Beath, Matty Grant to Pollock, Grant Gallagher to Cumnock, Dean Hawkshaw to Halford, Tam Brinley to Cumnock, Elliot Dunlop to Crusaders. He'd be joined by somebody else fairly soon later. And Max Guthrie ended up at Edinburgh City. We had friendlies against Larne, Irvine Meadow, Halford and Crusaders. What were your thoughts though? Can you think back to last June, July, going into the season? We'd finished 8th, Tiff and Ginger come in mid-season last season after Scott Agnew went. We finished up 8th. We were fairly comfortable in 8th by the end of the season. What were your thoughts going into this season?
I think, Laurence, we're apprehensive. You know, we were signing from, but obviously Tiff knew that league. You know, and every social media site in the country had his bottom of the league at the end of the season. But you know, that's turned out to be exactly the opposite. And you know, he knew what he was bringing in. I'd never heard of the players he was bringing. I've got to be honest. You know, the 4 or 5 he brought in, never heard of them. Obviously, Ronan Hughes I'd known about, but the other 4 boys, I hadn't a clue who they were.
Scott Ruff and Jordan Stewart, he'd identified them as far back, we think, as last February. So obviously the gaffer had a fair bit of confidence in these guys.
I think Jordan Stewart was the one we all looked and said 29 and never played in the SPFL. You know why? Where's he not played in the SPFL before? But there you go. I mean, Tiff knew his stuff a lot better than us, I tell you.
I'll tell you what, I had such an upturn in confidence. I went to the bookies last summer, a bet on us for the title, a bet on us for each way. Maybe didn't pay off, but wasn't far away really.
The last horse I bet, Laurence, was it 20 to 1, and they came in at 3:15. You know what I mean?
So we had friendlies, as I said. We lost 1-0 to Larne, we won 4-2 at Irvine, we won 1-0 at Halford, and we lost 2-1 at home to Crusaders. Some of the talking points, we had Sal, who came in on trial. He impressed, he ultimately signed. We got a good crowd from the Northern Irish sides. There were promising early signs, and we had that 6-goal thorough at Meadow. The other thing that I'd scribbled down, we had the arrival of the Martian listening post. Martin Fellows with his big camera.
Yep.
So, can you remember much about the friendlies?
No, I don't say, Laurence. Friendlies, I don't really like friendlies. I like to see the players coming in, see what they look like, you know, but I can't remember much about the friendlies.
Just like to test the pies, particularly Irvine Meadow. Quite nice.
Actually, I can remember the game at Halford, I think.
Yeah.
No, the pie. I can remember. And I thought then Evan Dunn looked a better player.
Yeah.
You know,
bit of pace coming up.
Yeah, I quite like him, and you know, he's going on to be a big success, isn't he?
Mixed fortunes then in the pre-season friendlies, and we moved on to the Premier Sports Cup.
In this week of the Skiffy World in Stranraer, the Blues entertain Ross County in the first of 4 Group B matches in the Premier Sports TV Cup. And the Blues in their new blue strip looking
Looks good.
really well, yep. Looking for the run there of Sullivan. Is he going to catch it? He does well, the boy.
First time cross.
And
didn't quite make it.
Yeah, Ronan Hale scored, and just what I said, Cameron, get to half time, 0-0 is a good score, but that came out absolutely nothing. The boy O'Sullivan on the far side did really well. Probably shouldn't be allowed to cross it, and Hale scored. Good ball in there by Russell. I think it was done at handball. It's got a cross.
Must be.
It's an equaliser for Stranraer, and it's Sharp. Sharp has equalised for Stranraer. Just coming onto the park.
We've got a very
It's now
proud
1-1.
dad in front of us, Brian.
Yeah. And his dad just sitting in front of us here. Must be very pleased with that win. Rock on, Tommy. That's it then.
That's it.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic result for Stranraer. I can hear football coupons getting ripped up and down the country. Stranraer 1, Ross County 1 into penalties. Cammy try to put the county 6-4 up. Oh, and again. Saved by Josh Lane. Surely. Lewis Hunter can put this to bed. Can Hunter do the business? Surely. This is
again a chance to win
There
it.
we go, Lewis Hunter.
Scores.
And he does! Stranraer win the extra point after about 15 minutes and about 25 penalties. Stranraer win the extra point. Fantastic 2 points for Stranraer. Cammy, what do you think?
I think that's exactly it. That Stranraer hung on in there during the second half, got the goal, obviously takes it to penalties, becomes a bit of a lottery. But Stranraer had chances in that shootout.
Yep,
had chances
absolutely
to win it, and fair play, we got the job done, and as you say, that extra point.
Basically scored my first touch, so it was good my dad was here and I'll go and watch it.
Well, that's it. I don't imagine there'd be many more proud people on the ground, your dad.
Aye, exactly. No, so I just caught him at the end there, so I was chatting about him, so I gave him my phone. So
Brian, the Premier Sports Cup, Ross County, Partick Thistle, Edinburgh City, and the return of the South West Derby against Queen of the South. Going into that group, it looked like their perennial tough draw for us. We were bottom seeds, as we seem to have been for the last few years. Ross County, Queen of the South, Thistle, Edinburgh City from our league. Probably weren't expecting that much from the League Cup.
No, I think the one we look forward to was Queen of the South, wasn't it? That was a big standout tie for us. The rest, well, I mean, Ross County's proved that they were a poor team, this season, but the rest we weren't really interested. I think it was Queen of the South at Stair Park.
We didn't know how Ross County's season would turn out at the time. They'd been in the Premier, but beating them on penalties was quite the opening result. Tommy Sharp scored the goal for us in front of his dad, who was sitting in the director's box, Lee Sharp.
Right, that's right. Yeah, and it was. I think we played well against Ross County that day, if I can remember right, Laurence. It was quite an even game.
It wasn't bad, and with Thistle away in midweek, the thing I remember about that is how times have changed. I was sitting on holiday in Germany, watching Partick Thistle and Stranraer live online, and a 2-0 defeat. Wasn't that bad on the night?
No, again we played well. We played that well that night, and of course I get talking to Kyle Turner, so I was quite happy.
I think was Darren Langan commentary at Fort Hill?
I think he was.
I think he was.
That's right. He was. Because he was injured. That's right.
Edinburgh City, bit of an anticlimax, drew 0-0 up there, but then Queen of the South at the Ecogen Stadium, as it was then at Stair Park. Yes, it's the Premier Sports Cup, and all roads lead to the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park. Yes, we've got a Dumfries and Galloway derby back after a considerable lapse of time this afternoon. Welcome to Stranraer versus Queen of the South. Oh, there's a flare on the pitch.
See these hooligans for Dumfries, honestly.
Absolutely.
Telling you.
Send them home.
Send them down home.
Just looking at Queen's rather natty training tops down there. It's like something you would have worn at the disco in the 1980s.
Oh, aye, very nice.
My word, look at that bounce.
That was unfortunate, wasn't it?
Some bounce, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's landed right for him.
Guthrie, now was Smith onside here.
He's onside, yep.
And he hits the crossbar. I'm not actually sure he was onside there.
Nah, he could have been off, but I think it was justice there because the ball took an offy bounce in the middle of the park.
Now, Russell brings that down nicely. Sends it inside
really
to
well.
Hunter.
Yep.
Should not have men forward this time. Into the path of Ekrapont. Into the danger area. Quigg scores! Goal, Aaron Quigg!
Quiggy score for the Blues. Aaron Quigg, number 1 for the Blues.
59 minutes. Mark Russell produces a great bit of football out on the right. It's into the box from Ekrapont, and Aaron Quigg turns it home. Stranraer 1, Queen of the South 0.
He's actually capped off a great display, Aaron Quigg. He's been absolutely fantastic.
Just keep it going, guys. Here come Queens again. Now danger here. Here's Smith on the right in a bit of isolation. And he's going right in towards goal. Oh, and that is lamped clear. And Toure goes off and chase. Yeah, the keeper's out. Whoa!
He's
that
off
has
the
got
park.
to be a red
He's
card.
off the park.
Yeah,
he's off the park.
He's already been booked, the keeper, and off he goes. Absolutely reckless from Ross Stewart, who has otherwise had a good game.
He just wait. I can see that coming a mile away, Laurence.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he doesn't get this right, he's off the park.
Toure did well. Now, and Queens have used 5 substitutes, Brian.
Yeah, so we've got to put one of their players.
Yeah, they're going to have to put an outfield player in goals.
Turning into a bit of a nightmare, this game for Queens today.
Hopefully they put Liam Smith in goals. And Ross Stewart getting the treatment as he comes off. He can't complain about that.
Yep.
We've played 4 minutes, which seems...
Oh, well done.
Right, we'll play on.
Toure
being held. That should be a booking, I'm sorry.
Just calm down, calm down.
The cards are going to be out here.
Calm down.
Ben Johnson loses the plot.
You need to calm down.
And the referee will want these players off the pitch as quickly as possible. Queens have really lost the tempers in the second half.
Here we are.
Full time at the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park. Stranraer 1, Queen of the South 0. A lovely day out at the Southwest Derby, Brian Martin.
First time in 19 and a half years, Laurence.
2006.
Yeah. In a competitive game, and very well deserved, may I say.
I actually say we deserve it. Aaron Quigg, Brian Martin's man of the match, was the difference between the sides getting the match winner in the 59th minute. It means that Stranraer actually finished 3rd in the group of 5. Aaron, I'm not quite sure if you appreciate how much that means to Stranraer fans. It's our traditional derby. It's just not been a thing in recent years because Queens have been in a higher division. So effectively that goal that you scored won our first Southwest derby since 2006.
No, it's a great feeling. I know how much it means to the fans, but it means a lot to us as well as players. Obviously, it's brilliant. Any derby, you want to win it. So Stevie said before the game, you don't lose derby, so we've went out there and we've won.
Queen of the South had managed to avoid losing to us for a long number of years by trickery, by staying in the league above us.
Yep.
What a day that was.
I know, that was a fantastic victory. We enjoyed it. I mean, they were complaining about the pitch and they didn't play a full strength team and such like, but you know, who cares? We beat them.
So it's a brilliant feat, to be fair, a League 2 side getting the width of the pitch altered, especially to cope with the League 1 visitors. But well done, Quiggy, and that result ensured that we finished 3rd out of a group of 5 in the League Cup, which was pretty decent.
Yeah,
given
it was good. Yeah.
2 teams from the Championship and 1 from League 1.
Excellent.
So actually that looked promising for the league season ahead, Brian?
Yeah, it certainly did. You know, I mean, we as you say, Laurence, we finished 3rd, which was very good in that section.
And it was our first win over Queen of the South in 2006, the return of the Southwest Derby.
20 years.
And little did we know at that point we were to get Queens again at home later in the season.
And welcome to the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park for tonight's KDM Evolution Trophy League Phase Match Day 1 as Stranraer host Alloa Athletic. No Laurence Nelson, no Brian Martin, no Carmen Ritchie, so just like this competition, the B team's out in full force, Alan. A bit open here, a lot of space, cut in the left foot, good block. Good Stranraer get out, man on from McManus. Sorry, McDonald. Yep. It's a good ball.
Oh, now we'll see how quick recovery is.
And Sal's break into that post if he can
the
square
keeper's
it.
not
think he wasn't okay for it. It's a goal for the Blues.
Wow.
Back in the country and back in the
Very, very good.
James Dolan wins the score at East Kilbride Stadium. Oh, it's well struck.
Oh, it's a great hit.
finish.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not sure if Ryan's playing on the right by design or if he just kind of went out there when Sal's stepped inside. Just a good challenge to lose Hunter. Dundee. Just 2 runs in front of him, they can just find one of them. Good ball through to Ryan Edgar. Just gets caught up on his feet. Back to him. Oh, it's the post. Sal scores!
There we go.
So the final score here at East Kilbride Stadium, Stranraer end Alloa Athletics unbeaten start to the season as Stranraer defeat Alloa 2-1.
I'm Laurence Nelson. Alongside me is Brian Martin. He's finally arrived after spending half an hour going round and round and round that Wally's roundabout that he loves so much. Everybody again in the Stranraer half apart from Owens. Ferguson's actually reached our box. Fagan tries to get across. Down he goes. And that is never a penalty in a million years. That is a very bizarre decision from Mr. Stirling. And Josh Lane gets close to it, but Robertson beats him from the spot with a well-taken penalty kick. 32 minutes in. Russell sends the corner in.
Yes,
and that's
it's goal. It's
home.
Evan Dunn.
It's
Evan Dunn has got the equaliser.
The referee gives it, does he? Nope, the referee disallows it for some reason.
Oh, the keeper fell down and he's given a foul against the keeper. Oh dear, dear, oh dear.
Ruff partially clears it. Lewis spins, tries to the home side forward, but Toure robs him. Pokes it forward and chases his own ball.
Go on, hit it now, son.
Toure.
It's a goal,
and
yes!
It's a goal!
Fantastic feat! Hip, hip, Toure!
Toure produces the goods. Brian Martin is so excited.
Great break, great pace, great goal.
And Brian, do you want to give us that again that you shouted just after the goal?
Hip, hip, Toure!
Brian's been waiting on that opportunity for quite some time in pre-season. And it comes. Needs to be dealt with again. Still in the box. Oh, that was a kick at the goalkeeper.
Oh dear. Is that not a foul on the goalkeeper?
That
no.
looked like a foul on the goalkeeper to me.
No,
there was a boot almost in the face of Josh Lane.
We're not getting it.
Ultimately, we're not getting it. And crucial game and goal in terms of the game. And East Kilbride have yet another corner. Robertson sends that into Baldy, and it's in the net. And that was a cracking goal by Joe Baldy. You have to say, 89th minute, Baldy has won the points.
They're a bit tired now, Laurence, you know.
Yeah. Ooh, it's a Syrian. Reid cleared the ball, and I think Baldy just caught him afterwards. And that'll be a red. Yep, Baldy gets a second booking.
That's it, Laurence.
And the referee, Mr. Stirling, eventually calls a halt to proceedings. Full time at the K Park, East Kilbride 3, Stranraer 1. Brian, your thoughts on the match?
I think 3-1's very, very rough in Stranraer, Laurence.
Good evening and welcome to East Kilbride Stadium for tonight's KDM Evolution Trophy match between Stranraer and Rangers B.
Go and be positive, James. There you go, Ryan.
It's in. It's in.
Yes.
That's a goal.
Yep.
1-0 Stranraer.
James Dolan cuts in on his right hand side just for the corner of the box. You actually wonder whether he's got to shoot, and he just chips a nice wee one that's curling into the back post, inches away from Ryan Edgar. Thankfully, because Tommy Sharp's on the front foot of the back post and gets a right-footed volley to bundle it in past the keeper. This is where Stranraer really look a threat.
Oh, good, he's in.
Oh, what a goal!
What a finish, Jordan Stewart.
Jordan Stewart, what a goal! And I was speaking to somebody today, how many games do they come up against teams that play direct against them? Because they'll probably play under 19 B team football where it's all kind of structured and possession based. So Stranraer exploited that, and I tell you what a finish! What a finish for Jordan Stewart.
Good pressing there for Sal, just putting a wee bit of pressure on him.
Oh, it's a penalty.
no.
It's a lazy leg for Sar. That's a disappointing one for Stranraer to give away.
So Aidan McCallion stepping up for the penalty. He's probably been Rangers' brightest player.
Yep. Stuck it away well. Josh Guest right, but
good strike. Was still got to do it. Ball in the back post.
Knocked down.
Oh, good.
Oh, he's gave a penalty.
Oh, he's gave a penalty.
He's gave a penalty.
And a yellow card.
And now it's up to Corey O'Donnell to continue his good goal scoring. This could seal the game.
And it's a goal.
Yeah,
brilliant.
excellent.
Great penalty for Corey O'Donnell. So Stranraer go 3-1 up.
Yep. Look down here, another welcome return to action for Darren Lang.
Rangers fans still in full voice across the far end.
That must be because of the Celtic result, David.
Oh, it's in.
Oh, he's in, and he's not offside. Scott Ruff. 4-1. Oh, just Stranraer would score again, David.
You did. Scott Ruff with Stranraer's 4.
Corey O'Donnell's eyes must have lit up thinking scissor kick side kind of volley. Probably didn't catch it as well as he did, but it's Scott Ruff 3 or 4 yards out of goal, deflects it into the net. Well deserved, big man. Loads of positives for Chris Aitken to take away. Nice to see boys coming into the team and making a real stake for a place in the league fixtures. And all in all, a very good night's work for Stranraer FC. And final score is Stranraer 4, Rangers 1.
So on to the league season proper, and as I said, it proved pretty difficult for us, Brian. It was also punctuated in the early stages this season by the new KDM Evolution Trophy. We had 6 home games. We had 6 games in the first round of that. To be fair, 5 of them were at home, and 4 of them were against B teams, which, good development, or what do you think of it? I mean, it's led us to be paying 50 plus games this season.
I mean, I know it's a lot of games, but it was excellent for Stranraer, for Tiff. He had a big squad and he could play most of that squad in the KDM, and of course we qualified later on in the season, for really good money. It's really worthwhile for Stranraer to get to qualify. I think it was the 16 we were in. It's really good money, and it just helps. If you get knocked out in the Scottish Cup early, that money is really good for you.
Did it help us having that run in the KDM? Because to be fair to Chris, it's a difficult start in the league, and it maybe took the pressure off slightly, the fact we were winning these games in midweek.
I think it did, Laurence, and it gave Tiff a chance to look at the squad. Can I play him in a league game? Can I play him in a league game? And it was a worthwhile exercise for Tiff. I'm quite sure he was glad to get them games.
Points that we've scribbled down about the early part of the season. Our cameraman forgot to take the camera to the opening game up at Forfar. And with hindsight, with that result at Forfar, maybe it wasn't the worst of ideas.
I mean, that was one of the worst performances of the season. I mean, it was first game of the season, but a silly header for, I think it was Morrison, that won them a game. We could equalise later on, but it was a really poor performance.
And it went on slightly because we only took 1 point from those 5 opening league games.
That's right. We thought the critics were going to be right. We're in the bottom of the league, but we could see. I think the media boys and probably 1 or 2 others could see. There was something there. We were going to come away at some time, and once we got the first win, it was fine after that.
It was a good start to the KDM Trophy. 3 opening games, 2 wins and 1 defeat, but to be fair, it's fair to say the end of the quarter was a bit of doom and gloom. We lost at Forfar, we lost at home to Edinburgh City, who just had points deducted and they had the bit between their teeth. We did beat Alloa in the Cup. We then lost 3-1 at East Kilbride, drew with Clyde, beat Rangers B 4-1. There's a bit of a pattern here, not doing well in the league, doing well in the KDM. Still in Albion, we lost 1-0, Kelty Hearts we lost 3-0, and then we lost 2-0 at home to Spartans after Sean Docherty got sent off early doors. So you can see why there was a bit of doom and gloom about the club after that first part of the season.
I was here for the Spartans game. I think you're here, Laurence, and Doc got sent off, early doors, and it was a long game. That one of the best teams in the league, but they didn't score until late on. But it was they didn't finish. I think they scored maybe after 50 odd minutes, and then they scored near the end. But that was a long game, and that's when we thought, oh dear, it's going to be a long, hard season.
Well, we will come on to it a little bit later, but Spartans ultimately then couldn't beat us when we had 11 men, but more of that to follow.
Very good afternoon and welcome to The Rock for Dumbarton versus Stranraer, William Hill League 2. Martin, a very good afternoon to you at a wet and windswept Dumbarton. How are you feeling ahead of this one?
Quite looking forward to this one. I think the heavy downpour that we're having at the minute might make the game zip a wee bit.
Cole streaming for it, yeah.
If we can get a decent ball here.
Spot, BJ Cole in a bit of space, sends it low into the box. Dolan.
Oh, that's a penalty, has to be.
Yeah. Dolan taken down by Scott Honeyman, and the referee points to the spot. The 38th minute, Russell steps up and
he's missed it.
Saved initially,
I didn't say
and
after
he
the
buries the rebound. So Mark Russell,
great follow-up,
scores at the 38th minute to put Stranraer ahead.
A very poor penalty in the first place, but he did well to follow up.
He did well to follow up. So, you know, so often, and actually there was another player following up as well, which is encouraging.
Oh, and then young ball boy there takes a slide. Almost takes Cole out.
BJ Cole asking if he's okay, I think.
Yeah. I thought he was Cole was looking for the referee to card him. It certainly looked like a 2-footed challenge from the ball boy.
In comes the corner, looks like Johnson, and
that's got to be
poked home, and again moments lapse for BJ Cole. That results in Mark Dunnan poking the ball home from Chris Johnston's corner, and the lead is thrown away effectively. It's end to end at the moment. Kirkpatrick for Dumbarton, twists and turns.
Quick's got to get a foot in.
McIntosh, Lewis Reid did well there, and here is Plank again. He's got O'Donnell and Lang up front. A lovely ball played to Darren Lang, well onside. But what can he do with this?
He's got Dolan.
Here is James Dolan.
Support in the box.
Oh my goodness! James Dolan has scored! 92 minutes on the clock.
What a goal!
Dolan has scored.
Fantastic goal. Out of nothing.
And that's just
James
what the
Dolan
doctor ordered, Martin.
Oh, that was quite unbelievable. The Stranraer players in the stand are on their feet celebrating as well.
Now, 92 minutes played. Surely.
I'm saying nothing.
James Dolan, what a finish.
I was saying earlier in the week that he's been playing really well, but just not scoring goals. That's the one thing that's been missing from his game.
Well,
he comes up with that one.
He got one in the Trust Cup, but that's his first league goal since he came back to us. So,
what a strike.
And what a time to score a goal. So it's now the
94th
minute.
The box now.
It's booted
well
long.
Played, Lewis Reid chasing
and
that
out. Full time.
Fantastic.
Full time at the Rock. Dumbarton 1, Stranraer 2. Martin, we've got
a
win.
Result. Absolutely fantastic. It was a very even game, I thought. But what a strike at the end there. That was a beauty. It was a goal to win any game.
I was just about to say exactly. You pinched my words.
Brian, we moved on to September. Still a bit of mixed news. Evan Dunn went out with an injury. Good news in that we brought in Matty Gillis and Dom Plank on loan. Probably a good time just to talk a little bit about the two Hearts boys that, apart from Josh Lane, they were the longest serving loanees for us, or the earliest loanees in. How do you think they did in the season?
Well, as you had picked up in Dom Plank first, Laurence, I hadn't seen the boy playing until you seen him at Dumbarton. I wasn't at Dumbarton that day, and you said, what a talent, and you were right enough, you were spot on. And Gillis has come on to be a really important player for us throughout the season, a really good midfield player.
We retained our Scottish FA Bronze Licence Award. That's obviously hard work going on behind the scenes off the pitch. Don't underestimate that. Without a bronze licence, you can't operate in the SPFL. In terms of on the pitch, we got another point on the board against Elgin City, a Mark Russell penalty. That, I think, was the wonderful goal from Elgin that still features in the starting.
Hester.
Kane Hester still features in the starting of the View from the Terrace on Friday nights in the telly. We drew with them. We beat Motherwell B at home. Then we won 2-1 at Dumbarton, and that's the game you were talking about. James Dolan's late winner. That was one of the bits that Dom Plank was involved in, and actually George has scribbled down it was the late winner in the rain. It was just one of those afternoons, and given the form, the indifferent form we've been on, we really didn't see that late winner at Dumbarton coming, and my goodness, what a lift that gave us.
Yeah, a lot of people say that turned our season at Dumbarton, or that late winner, and it probably did, you know what I mean, because we could beat that day or even drew that day, you know, you're still in the depths, but that gave the team the confidence they needed.
James Dolan speaking to you before the Stirling Albion, the final home scheduled match of the season. A long time ago, but can I ask you to cast your mind back to Dumbarton away earlier in the season? Last minute winner for you. What can you remember about that one?
Yeah, that was a really important day for us, I think, during the season. That was if I'm right in saying, our first league win. I think we'd been playing well up until that point in the season, but we hadn't won a game yet, so just to get over the line, that game was massive, and I think it kicked us on to hopefully getting into the playoffs at the other end of the season.
And sparked off some wild celebrations in the stand that day. I think it's fair to say what you were saying. The fans believed there was a lot of football in the squad. Up till that point, we just struggled to actually get the points.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. I think the whole club kind of knew, from the players to the coaching staff to the fans, that we were playing really well. But for whatever reason, we just couldn't get the points on the board, couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. So yeah, as I say, that was a really important day for us.
We're talking to you alongside Don Plank a minute ago. This season, it's fair to say we've had 6 loan players. Big squad, a good squad of players. Fair to say the loan players played a crucial role in this season?
Yeah, 100%, definitely. Most of the boys that have come in on loan are all obviously very young boys, and they're probably making their way just in men's football this season as their first season. But yeah, as I said, they've all been outstanding, especially Planky's. It's a shame for him now, obviously, to be injured, because he was flying.
A very good afternoon and welcome to the EcoGen Stadium at Stair Park for this KDM Evolution Trophy match between Stranraer and Queen of the South. Well, good afternoon to you, Brian. How are you this afternoon?
Fine, Laurence. Looking forward to this derby again.
Yeah, it's as we said earlier on when the cup draw was made, it's like buses, you get none for years and then 2 come along within a few weeks of each other.
Yep.
Who's further left, Touré is chasing in there, and do you know what, he was not far away from that, Brian.
Certainly wasn't it?
As they do this playing about at the back, and I'll tell you what, keep it! It's a goal! Touré scores, Ross Stewart caught mucking about at the back with that ball.
Hip hip Touré!
Touré's pace beats him, and on the hour mark, Stranraer have the lead.
That's what I'm saying, this playing out for the back, Laurence.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean? It's
dangerous.
absolutely crazy at times.
Brian,
absolutely crazy.
That was a bit reminiscent of the Scotland goal on Thursday night.
Yeah.
The keeper made an absolute hash of that.
Absolutely crazy.
And I'm not quite sure what the referee's up to here, by the way.
I think the Queen's boys getting a wee bit excited at the Stranraer scoring there, getting a wee bit upset.
What's the referee up to though, Brian? Something to do with the crowd, I think, by the looks of the way the referee's pointing. So, Lord knows what that was all about.
Yeah.
But, anyway,
doesn't
Brian,
matter.
What
the Blues are leading.
What about that goal?
And he's coming to have a word with.
Yeah, I think it's something to do with the crowd up in that corner.
Yeah.
Presumably when the goal went in, there's been a bit of antics from the crowd.
Anyway, back to the FIPA where it matters.
That one, I'm really looking forward to seeing that one again, Brian.
Yeah, there's a guy in that Queen's End with a lollipop stick. You see it, Laurence? A big pink lollipop.
Let's just hope we lick them, Brian.
Good.
Yep. Quick and Touré robbed them. Oh! That's
dangerous. That could be a sending off for 10 actually. Could actually be a sending off for 10.
The referee's lost
I think
control
10 could be off the park, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it was a wild challenge for Kennedy.
Yeah, he'll be a lucky man if he survives that.
And what's the referee doing?
He'll be a lucky man if he survives that challenge.
The referee's walked away from
it.
He's
he'll get him across, Laurence. He's taking his time. I think he's going to have a word with the line, but 10 will be
away from him.
Definitely lucky to survive it. Definitely looks a red card to me. Very, very malicious challenge.
The longer this goes on, the more you think the refs are not going to do anything.
Yeah, very, very malicious. Oh, he's getting away with yellow.
Referee's bottled it, Brian.
Yep, I've seen that given as a red many a time.
Lucky man, Guy Kennedy.
He certainly is. He certainly
is. That was a wild challenge.
Yep.
Here come Queens. He's still got work to do with Jordan Stewart and his teammates. Charters out to Burke on the left. Burke gets the cross in and that'll be in. And
just in.
How unlucky
yeah.
was Josh Lane there. He pulled off a heroic save.
Yeah.
And just couldn't stop the second attempt from finding the net.
I think we can safely say Queens have got away with one the day.
Absolutely. So 89th minute, Liam Smith equalises.
Yeah, disappointing, but.
So yeah, fair play to Smith. He actually did a hard job there, putting that away at the second attempt.
I think it. Yeah.
Lane was out of position, having saved heroically at the first attempt. And to be honest, you have to say the equalisers come against the run of play.
Oh, absolutely, Laurence. Well,
that's 3 minutes played.
I think that's it, Laurence. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. And Queen of the South, you have to say, get very lucky to get a draw.
Yeah. I was comparing you with Lyndon Dykes when you were talking about there, a couple of occasions where the goalkeeper just got things wrong and a quick thinking striker.
He
snapped into it.
100%. I feel like they're the best kind of goals. The tap-ins, I love the kind of goals as a striker, yeah.
Very good afternoon and welcome to Meadowbank Stadium for this afternoon's William Hill League 2 match between Edinburgh City and Stranraer. And there's a healthy turnout of Blues supporters in front of us.
I mean, there must be about 100, Laurence, will there?
I would say so. It's not far off it, Brian. And it arrives in the form of Ekrapont, Reid and Josh Lane, who does a little bit of fancy footwork there.
No, like Ross Stewart last week.
I thought you said Rod Stewart there. Now Edgar robs his opponent, edge of the box, steps forward, can he get the ball in? He's kind of stuck at the moment, plays it inside, here's Ekrapont.
Must be! Again! Ekrapont! Going forward.
5th minute of the game, Ekrapont finishes the move. Good perseverance from Ryan Edgar.
Yeah, absolutely, Laurence. He waited for the man, see the opening. Found Finn Ekrapont, 1-0 to the Blues.
And while we say Finn couldn't miss, he didn't miss.
Yep.
It's a good finish from the Stranraer defender. So 5 minutes on the clock, and Ekrapont has us in the lead, and that is Finn's first goal of the season.
Yep.
Good start to try and build on, Brian.
I think that would be design, Laurence, and maybe saying to Finn get forward a wee bit. And I was saying about we're not getting many, defenders or midfielders scoring. There's a defender scoring.
Well, as I say, we just need to hold or build now. We've got a lead.
Yeah.
See, they've got the sandpit covered this time, Brian. They're obviously worried about your half-time antics.
Yeah, they're going to do a Bob. Is it a Bob Beeman, isn't it? I think it was Bob Beeman that broke all records.
Sends it towards the far side of that box, headed onwards. Toure. Can Edgar turn? Still in there, McManus. And it's in the net!
It's McManus with number 2.
Danny McManus
the
finishes.
Blues 2 up, Laurence. In about 15 minutes.
Mark, we are raging at the linesman for something. Linesman isn't interested. And 14 minutes, Danny McManus doubles Stranraer's lead. I don't know what the keeper's raging about, Brian. Did he think it was an offside or a foul in there?
Don't know, that's first time Stranraer scored 2 goals in league this season, Laurence. So.
And that's Danny McManus, he's second for the club.
Yep. So just get to keep it,
We got to, that's what I said after the first goal, hold it or build on it. Weir sends that one into the Stranraer half. It's headed on, Stokes goes off and chase. Ruff is in front of Stokes.
Stay in your feet.
James Stokes, he will get the ball played in, and that's dangerous. And City want the penalty, and the referee's not interested. Mahan has it back in the Stranraer box. Those City again, that's gone in. Yeah, that goes in, and Brian, that's been coming up to a point, I would say.
I'm trying to see. I think Jordan Stewart is injured, Laurence. I think he's limping a bit. I don't know whether.
Yeah, I think that was Innes Lawson, by the way, who finished 31st minute. Tanau, man, certainly enjoyed that. Yeah, it just felt to me as if it wasn't a great shock that goal got in, Brian.
Yeah,
we're not clearing our lines.
There's a lot of the ball, yep.
So, free kick for Stranraer, 60th minute. Ekrapont chips it in.
Oh!
Ekrapont! What a finish! Finn Ekrapont doubles his goal tally for the day. gives Stranraer a 3-1 lead on the hour mark. Brian Martin.
I said, Laurence, it was in a great position for him for that left foot of his, and he absolutely barred it in.
What a free kick by Finn. An hour played. Edinburgh City 1, Stranraer 3.
Yep.
This time, Brian,
no more than deserved, Laurence, for this second half performance.
Absolutely not. This time, though, we have to hold on, we have to build. We can't sort of sit back on it the way we felt as if we did late in the first half. What a free kick that was. Over the halfway line it goes from Josh Lane. Too many of these balls going to white shirts now.
Okay.
Now, one for Toure to chase.
No. Oh dear.
And he pulls up,
Absolutely unbelievable.
Quite clear Sal's hurt himself.
Yeah, I think it's a hamstring, actually, to tell you the truth, Laurence.
Yeah.
He just felt
Not
it right
good.
away.
He's down. Physio's on, having a look at him. We've already lost Jordan Stewart to injury today. We don't want to lose
coming at a cost,
Sal
I'm afraid.
As well.
It's coming at a cost.
And the sub being readied. Toure having to come off. 82nd minute, and Darren Lang replaces him.
He's in real pain, the boy.
And that is full time.
3 big points.
Brian, I was going to say a comfortable win for Stranraer. That's an exaggeration, but in relative terms, 3-1 is a comfortable win.
Yeah, I mean, the second half we controlled the game. We got the goal we deserved, and absolutely brilliant performance with the boys in red, Laurence. Maybe came at a cost. Toure going off injured.
Well, I was having an argument with James Dolan before it. He was telling me to go the keeper's side. He said his wall was too big. I went against it and scored, so I did the right thing.
You can hear the celebrations in the dressing room behind us. I take it it's a happy dressing room after that one.
No, it is. It's a happy dressing room, but we're not daft. We know that's one game. We've got a big game against Glenafton in the Scottish Cup next week. We've got to take each game as it comes. We can't just get ahead of ourselves and go, brilliant, we've got a good result against Edinburgh City. We need to go ahead, win next week, and then we need to win again.
So much for September. We moved on to October. We had a very much storm-affected defeat to Annan Athletic right in front of us here at Stair Park, Brian. That's one we should never have lost.
No, it's one that should never have been played, I don't think. what a game that was. But as you say, Laurence, we shouldn't have lost that game. We're by far the better team, but they get the goal and they win the game. Fair play to them, but it's one that got away from us.
Keeping things in Dumfries and Galloway, Queen of the South returned again, this time in the KDM Trophy. And again, Queen's League One as they are, weren't able to beat us. Sal Toure this time got the goal in a 1-1 draw. Edinburgh City, we won 3-1 away from home. And the Dumbarton result, the Edinburgh City result, I think you're right, these are the ones that people think that was the season starting to turn around, Brian.
Yeah, we played really well again at Edinburgh City. I can remember that game. We played really well that day and the confidence was there. And it set us up for November.
I remember you going bananas at Meadowbank when Finn Ekrapont put in that beautiful free kick.
Oh yeah, it was some. I mean, he's got that in his locker, hasn't he? Finn, he's good at the old free kicks.
And not to rub salt in the wounds, that was the game where we were being told that Edinburgh City would win and would go 2 points behind us.
Right.
And it turned out we won comfortably and we went 8 points ahead of City.
How things change, huh?
Bad news though, again, as Sal, who was just really coming on a bit of form then, Brian, went off with an injury, and that was him until we returned to Edinburgh City again much later in the season.
I think the Union commentary, Laurence, was going to be a bad one. It happened right in front of us, and you could see he was in a lot of pain, and little did we know he wouldn't be back to March.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park for the Scottish Cup second round. Get your teeth round that one if you can. For Stranraer versus Glenafton Athletic. Well, Glenafton from the West of Scotland Premier in town, hoping to make waves this afternoon, while Stranraer are hoping that their recent upturn in form has got us sailing into calmer seas. Of course, the longer, we're only at 20 minutes, the longer this goes on at 0-0, even with Stranraer pressure, of course, it hands a bit of hope to the visitors.
That's what you've got to watch for, Laurence.
Ekrapont, we've been here before, Brian, with cup games. We're old enough in the tooth that now. It certainly beats a few players. Here's McManus, now one for Edgar to chase with Lewis Curry in front of him. Ryan Edgar, what can he do with this? Sends it through. James Dolan.
Must be.
And it's it! James Dolan opens the scoring. 21 minutes, Brian.
Yeah, good play by Edgar, holding the ball up and sees the run of Dolan. 1-0 to the Blues.
Brian, I'm wondering, that's something we saw in Ryan Edgar last Saturday at Edinburgh City. He turned provider.
Yeah,
he's done it again this
done
afternoon.
It again, yeah.
And
another assist from a take it, but
I'm not underestimating what James Dolan did for his third of the season, but Ryan Edgar really put him in a good position for that.
He done well, held it up, as I say.
So 21 minutes on the clock. Stranraer have the lead. Ryan Edgar slipping that one through to James Dolan. He picks his spot in the back of the Glenafton net. And it goes to the front of Stranraer box. Lewis Reid gets the first touch on it. Willett rather sends that one across the face of goal. Oh, and that's not the best clearance from McManus. It just goes as far as Chris Erskine, and here he goes into action, and that costs us, almost costs us. It might still. Here's Michael Mullen, and that was a poor clearance from McManus.
He'd been better just putting it at the park.
And Erskine denied by the crossbar.
Just put it at the park for a throw-in.
And I think we've already seen enough from Chris Erskine, Brian, to know that he's a real threat.
He's still got a bit, hasn't he? Still got a bit of ability about him.
Yep, headed forward by Hugh Kerr. Now, Quigg and McManus. Quigg emerges with the ball out left.
Good.
Finn Ekrapon sends it in the box. Oh, and it just doesn't fall for a blue shot this time. Here's Gillis into Dolan. Squirms away from Dolan, but again, Gillis steps in nicely. Here's McManus in the middle. He's got help on the left. Here's Finn Ekrapon. Have a shot, Finn. In the box it goes, and that is in the net.
Is it an own goal, Laurence, is it?
No, I think it came off the head of Daniel McManus.
Was it the Club McManus did it?
And that is 33 minutes.
Again, good lead-up play by Stranraer. Kept the ball well, and got the rewards.
Danny McManus then puts Stranraer into a 2-goal lead just after the half hour, and as Brian Martin says, it was a good build-up. Gillis right involved in things in the middle of the park.
He's doing well. You can see why he likes that position. He's looking and he's finding loads of room. Good dot. Just keep it going, Stranraer.
That's what I was saying.
Just keep it going.
Another one. I'm going to be greedy again and say I would like another one at some point soon. But let's just kill it when we can. That's straight to a red shirt now. Here's Jordan Stewart. Can he get it away to Ekrapon? And he can. Ekrapon with McDermott in front of him. He sends it up the wing to Plank.
Great ball.
Plank's got Anderson in front of him. He's got Mealy inside. Plank sends it in the box. Lewis Hunter sends it home. Lewis Hunter wins the cup tie for Stranraer.
His first touch, I think.
First touch of the game, as Brian Martin says. 77 minutes. A sweet finish by Lewis Hunter.
Great ball by Ekrapon out to Plank, who done the business, and Lewis Hunter touches it home. Game over.
And as you say, Brian, that was his first touch of the match, Lewis Hunter.
An inspired substitution by the management team.
And it's Lewis Hunter's first goal for Stranraer. That's nicely done by Willett, and nicely dug in by Jordan Stewart. He's still got work to do here though. He's surrounded by 2 red shirts and he loses out. He's outnumbered eventually, I guess. And then Lewis Hunter keeps his calm and gets that one out of the box. Plank sends it away for Edgar to chase. That's a lovely ball from Dom Plank. Edgar is in.
There we go, Ryan.
And this time it's a goal! Ryan Edgar
for his efforts.
Gets his goal. And that's Ryan's first of the season, would you believe, Ryan? And 89th minute, Edgar makes it 4.
I think he deserves it, Laurence, for his all-round play.
Perseverance.
For his perseverance.
And a lovely ball played through for Dom Plank.
Yeah, it was absolutely a brilliant ball.
And that rounds off what has been a pretty nice afternoon for Stranraer, you have to say. We're now in the 90th minute. By the time we get the kick-off taken again, will be in injury time.
Pretty comfortable, Laurence.
4 goals, and that the referee actually adds on absolutely no injury time. 90 minutes exactly played. Brian Martin, full time at the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park. Stranraer 4, Glenafton Athletic 0.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Ecogen Stadium in Stair Park for this William Hill Scottish League 2 clash between Stranraer and Forfar Athletic. Get a chorus of happy birthday to you for hospitality, I think it is.
I thought it was maybe just for Scott Ruff.
Yeah. It's back to Stewart. Oh, wee man,
He's
that's
done
great.
fantastically there. If he can get to the ball as well.
Oh, yeah, it's a penalty to Stranraer. It's a penalty to Stranraer. Referee absolutely adamant it's a penalty. Dolan
versus
to take
Stafford.
it. And he scores! It's the baby-faced assassin Dolan who makes it 1-0 to the Blues. Tell me.
Ice cool with the penalty. Keeper makes his move and Dolan just kind of down the middle. Easy as that.
Yep, good penalty. As you say, Carmen, the keeper moved early. Simples, down the middle. Slater's going to take this free kick. This will be right in lane again, I'm sure, but no, it's the far side. Yeah, Reid wins it. It's still
Not
there.
away just yet,
yeah,
though.
You can get away. Need to bring them out now. That's it.
Stranraer trying to push out.
Yeah, Slater gets round him. That's well cleared by Ruff.
Again, it's only
I know.
Only out to kind of 30-35 yards.
Oh, he does well. Rennie. Oh, Slater's through.
Yep.
It's a goal. It's a lovely back goal actually.
It certainly was.
Yeah. Stranraer just couldn't clear it for that free kick, Cammy. And Slater scored for Forfar.
Certainly knocking at the door, Stranraer.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the good ball in.
Yes,
It's there.
Ryan Edgar has got the second for Stranraer. China has got Mount Edgar. Stranraer have got Ryan Edgar. 2-1 to the Blues.
Well, we're seeing that they're knocking on the door and the pressure's paid off. Ball comes in. Ryan gets up highest, gets enough on it, down into the bottom corner.
Yeah. Absolutely well worth the 2-1 lead. It's got to be said.
I think so. I think so.
So 2-1 to the Blues. Fantastic header by Edgar.
And again, it changes the dynamic of the game going into the last 10 minutes. You have to fancy that Forfar are going to throw everything
that's
at
right.
Stranraer.
Yep. So Forfar now got to do on again.
Again, you can see what he was trying to do, just get inside.
Yep. Good for
Lewis Reid, done brilliantly there.
Well done. Again, just get
Just out wide.
That's it. Here we go. Now, Blank. Come inside, I'm quite sure. Here he goes, shoot. Oh,
it must be.
Yeah,
it is.
Bang, bang, Darren Long. Bang, bang has got the third for Stranraer and the point.
That should be that. You fancy.
Yeah,
the shot's
great,
blocked, it falls kindly.
Great play for Dom Blank. And Darren Long does the business. 3-1 to the Blues. Surely game over.
Just had the relatively straightforward job of tucking it into an empty net there. And yeah, that should be that.
Yeah, I think the second half performance deserves it, Cammy. You know, I mean,
I think full credit to Stranraer in terms of when the equaliser came. It has been near one-way traffic since then.
Yeah. That just creeped in. I thought it was going to hit the post, but anyway.
It certainly did its absolute best not to go in.
Nah, it's us.
That's that.
Another 3 points to the Blues, Cammy. This improving Blues team, another win on the board. Up in 8th and 1 point off 4th.
We've been lacking a wee bit of confidence, but obviously as we've been winning the last three games today, the confidence has grew, and as I said, 6 weeks ago we wouldn't have won that probably.
Brian Martin, they talk about the sunshine on Leith, but you cannot beat the sunshine at Stair Park.
Stair Park, or Lime Stadium, should I say?
Lime Stadium now. Yep. So we moved on, and actually the Scottish Cup journey begins. Little did we know at that stage what a momentous Scottish Cup journey it was going to become.
Yeah.
We beat Glenafton Athletic 4-0 here at Stair Park. Chris Erskine and Michael Mullen in that Glenafton side. Chris Erskine, a veteran now, but my goodness, he showed that day that he could still play a little bit.
He showed he could still play right enough. He's quite a player, but past his best, but he showed some good touches during the game.
And 4-0, maybe slightly harsh on Glenafton, but it's fair to say Stranraer pretty much cruised through that cup tie, and given that these games are always potential banana skins, Brian, it was a relief all round to get into the hat for the next round.
We're all a bit apprehensive that game. You know, we didn't know what to expect. from the opposition, but I wasn't quite comfortable.
Now, I disappeared off on holiday, and while I was away, we hammered Forfar 3-1 here at Stair Park, and that, you hopefully remember more about that one than I do, but that was a good afternoon, a very professional win.
Aye, what was one of the best games I think we've seen at Stair Park this season. As you say, Laurence, it could have been 5 or 6, but we took the 3-1 and moved on.
Fair to say Forfar were in a bit of a downturn at that point in the season. They would come back later on towards the season and be challenging at the right end of the table. Into November, and we drew 0-0 with Clyde up at New Douglas Park. It turned out Clyde and Stranraer were hard to separate over the season.
Yeah, what a terrible game that was. That was one of the lowlights of the season.
A very good afternoon. Welcome to Stranraer FC Live. We are coming to you from Ainslie Park in Edinburgh, where Stranraer are visiting the league leaders Spartans in this William Hill SPFL League 2 clash. Good shout by Lewis Reid. Keeps going through the middle, has a blast which is deflected, and Dolan stops it going out for the corner and will cross in. In comes the cross. Darren Lang with his back to
just
goal.
Can't get the turn. Oh, yes! What a turn shot!
What a finish by Darren Lang. 27 minutes in, Stranraer have the lead. Cameron, he had no right to get that in the net really there.
No, I actually thought Spartans had basically dealt with it. There was the two players kind of closer to the goals that came to Darren. It didn't look like he was going to get the turn away. Gets the turn and rifles it past a statuesque Paddy Martin in goals.
And I was also questioning James Dolan not just taking the corner there, but with hindsight, absolutely the right thing to do. Lovely cross to the back. Lang with his back to goal, looked like a difficult task. Turned and fired it into the roof of the net. Brilliant from Darren.
Basically from our first shot on target as well, I think.
That's true when you think of the pressure we've soaked up. 27 minutes in. It'll be Finn Ekrapont, I am sure. Ekrapont swings that one away across towards the far post. It's kept in. Now, Evan Dunn, that's a handball. Penalty, penalty Stranraer. We'll take that. A wee bit fortunate in terms of it hit off the guy's hand, but we will absolutely take that. Martin making himself big. In comes Mark
up.
Russell and fires it home. 2-0 Stranraer.
Ice cool with that one. Just rolled that the other way from where Paddy Martin was heading, and as soon as it left his foot, you could see that was going in.
Martin should get there and can only boot that one out to safety.
Yeah, tries to pick us out nearly. I think, did he actually get that through the window there? I didn't see the ball land.
He did, look. Magnificent. George comes out with the ball from the home filming point there. So
the poor boy behind the Spartans camera must have been watching it get closer and closer and closer.
It's a bullseye. So Dolan with the free kick. Swings it to the front of the box.
Falls to Quick,
and it's a goal! Aaron Quick makes it 3 for Stranraer. 39th minute of the afternoon. Another goal out of nothing, Cameron.
Spartans must be wondering what's going on here. I think Stranraer have had 3 shots on target and each one of them's ended up in the back of the net.
So 3-0, 3 different scorers, and again, still argue that Spartans have had more of the possession. Happy with that, Cameron.
We just keep it going, as I say, keep it tight till half time, and as I say, we're in a position of strength at the moment.
Finn Ekrapont with the corner then, the 49th minute of the first half. Sends it across. And it's in! Is that Evan Dunn? Makes it 4 for Stranraer.
Well, I don't think there would have been many folk that would have been going into a bookies today and would have said Stranraer 4-0 up at half time against the league leaders away from home.
You mean you've not seen my coupon?
No.
My goodness, we're still in the first half here. We're now in the 50th minute. And it's Spartans 0, Stranraer 4, and by the way, 4 different scorers.
4 different scorers, yeah.
Cameron, a 4-0 away win at the league leaders. How about that?
Yeah, I don't think the Stranraer management will have any complaints in the slightest. As you say, a win, first of all, the most important thing.
It is Scottish Cup Day, and we're not quite going back in time to trains coming in from Kirkpatrick to the Old Town Station, but we are going back in time. It's welcome back to the Bankies. Bankies, it's been too long. Welcome.
I'm really looking forward to it, Laurence. I think it's going to be a right good tie under the lights. See, the lights are on already, so it's just a cold November day. So I mean, it's just set for a cracking cup tie.
And that burst of noise. Oh, and we've got fireworks. Ultras, it says below them. Clydebank have got their ultras.
All right. I thought Guy Fawkes was past, Laurence.
Well, looking at you, I thought it was Halloween again, Brian.
I'll set them up, you score, Laurence.
McGowan, I think he's got less hair now than he had when he was at Stranraer.
Definitely.
All that worry about defending week in, week out, Brian.
Yeah. What's your excuse, Laurence?
Sit and listen to you.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh, James Dolan. And that ball rebounds to Darren Lang. Lang hits it off Grant. Grant has it under control though. Gets it forward to Lowe. Lowe gets it away from Eckert. Here's McLaughlin. Gallagher robbed by Dunn. Squeezes it through. Darren Lang cuts inside. He needs help here.
Yeah.
Dolan arrives. Dolan squares it.
Must be
and it's in! It's in the net! On the half hour, Stranraer have the lead, Brian. What happened there?
I think it's an own goal, isn't it?
I think it was as well.
Yeah, you know the Banky's defenders. Own goal. Yeah, I think it's James Dolan initially, but I think it's.
I think it was clearly Dolan that made the goal, but
I think Darren Lang done well. You know,
absolutely.
To off to Dolan.
Yep. Frustration for Owen Stott and the visiting defence, because that one went in at 5 miles an hour, Brian. Lovely pink sky over Loch Ryan there.
Yes,
Nobody's got eyes for that though. No. All eyes on the game. And it comes into the danger zone, and that's in the net. And that was a free header there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who headed that home.
Ginger-headed boy anyway. Yeah, Stranraer haven't come out for the second half.
No, they really haven't.
Yeah.
It's as if they've decided 1-0. That'll do us.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll shop. Well, it looks like it's a substitute, Aaron Preston, who scored. And 47 minutes, he has made an immediate impact. That was the sound of Brian Martin's heavy breathing in the microphone there, getting excited.
Frustrated.
Back in the middle of Cairns. Cairns sends it to the front of the box. Danger here, McLaughlin hits the crossbar. Neil McLaughlin shooting on the turn, crashes a shot off the Stranraer crossbar. Can't get much closer than that, Brian. And that is full time. The referee added 2 minutes on, so on we go to extra time. Lewis Reid turns, good turn and circle from the big man there, launches it forward. Darren Lang heads it forward. Is it going to drop to Ryan Edgar? Here he goes.
It's a goal!
Ryan Edgar, 91st minute of the game, puts Stranraer back in front. That fell nicely. A wee bit fortunate at the bounce.
Very early on, but
fell nicely for him.
It's an important goal for the Blues.
Well, there's still 29 to play, Brian, but we've got our noses in front again somehow. And very good from Ryan Edgar.
Again,
and we go again.
I think Darren won the ball to make Ryan go through.
So 91 minutes, Ryan Edgar pokes Stranraer in front. Clydebank have to throw the kitchen sink at this now. They've still got a bit of playing to do, so let's see.
There's a foul there, ref. No.
How long is the ref taking?
He's off, Laurence. He's off.
Yeah, he's been booked twice.
Yeah.
Hodge, 97th minute.
Oh, he's still at it.
And Nicky Lowe in the thick of things again.
Yeah, you know what?
Somebody's punched Ryan Edgar.
The guy for the Clydebank has come onto the park. Oh my dear. Wow.
Is it the big fat kit man again?
I think Clydebank got a bit of trouble here actually.
He's wanting the captains. Does he want the captains over first? Oh, he's just punched Ryan.
No need for that, ref. That's a yellow.
I just poked Lewis Reid.
That's terrible. That's your captain.
And a free kick on the halfway line for the visitors. Lowe launches it. And it's what a save by Josh Lane, Brian. That was going in.
What a fantastic effort by Lowe.
Absolutely.
Seen the keeper off the line.
We're assuming it was direct, and in that case that was going into the net, and well done Josh Lane.
Brilliant for Lowe.
I suspect that's his catch of the day, hopefully.
Yeah, brilliant for Lowe and brilliant for Lane.
Absolutely.
That's it, Laurence.
And the referee appears to have blown for full time.
Yep. What a Fantastic cup tie, Laurence. Very, very enjoyable.
Brian Martin, that was a cup tie and a half.
Loved it.
That
Absolutely
could have
loved
gone
it,
either
Laurence.
way.
Yeah, loved it.
A real battle
Yeah.
in cold November afternoon under the lights as Brian's enthused about. The minute
You
the
know,
draw was made, I would argue that Clydebank are the best non-league side in Scotland.
Yeah.
And we did really well to beat them 2-1. And Ryan Edgar in the first minute of extra time with the match-winning goal. And well done to at least a couple of hundred Clydebank fans have made the trip down here today. You've done your team proud. And what a battle that was. Thoroughly enjoyable Scottish Cup tie.
Let's talk us through the goal. What do you remember about it?
Just sort of seen the ball come up and they challenged against the centre half. I've won it, and then I think he's got back in and I've beaten him, and then I've just hit my shot low and hard, and thankfully seen it hit the back of the net. And you can tell in my celebration how much it means to me. And if you think back this time, maybe last year against Streive as well, it means so much to me scoring for my home club.
So into November we went with that draw at Clyde. We then had a comfortable win over St Mirren B that took us safely into the next round of the Challenge Cup. East Kilbride came here in the league, and it's fair to say their 3-1 win. It was the John Robertson show that day, Brian.
Yeah, Robertson showed why he should be playing in a league higher up. He's a fantastic player, and he won that game for them that day. If he hadn't been playing, it'd been really, really even, but he was the star man that day.
Seems to have been a bit of a tale of this season that I go away on holiday, then you go away on holiday, because we went through to Spartans, league leaders at that time.
That's right.
Now, by the 27th minute at Ainsley Park, it was 0-0, and by half time it was 4-0 for Stranraer with 4 different scorers. What an afternoon that was against the league leaders.
Yeah, unbelievable. Anyway, watching the scores coming in, you'd think somebody was lying for the ground. 4-0 to Stranraer against the leaders. Nah, no chance. But I think somebody said every time we went up the park in the last 15-20 minutes we're going to score. It was a great victory. Of course, Marky Russell, he got the penalty.
It was funny because Cameron Ritchie was in commentary with that afternoon at Ainsley Park, and we went 1-0 up, and we were pretty much saying we need to steady the ship. We went 2-0, we need to hold on till half time. We went 3-0, we're like, right, we need to get in here at the interval, no goals at the other end. 4-0, and you're like, what can you say after that point, Brian? It just got madder and madder and madder. And actually, Cameron will tell you this, to him, the high point of the game was the way we managed the second half. It didn't give Spartans any sniff of a comeback whatsoever.
Yeah, it was a fantastic performance.
Then it was on to the Scottish Cup.
Oh yes.
And it was Clydebank at home, so our reward for putting out West of Scotland Premier side Glenafton was a home game against the team at the top of the Lowland League, Clydebank. And it's fair to say, going into that one, could have been a really tight one.
Yeah, we knew Clydebank were going to be, competitive down here. I think their fans fancied them to beat us. But I thought it was a great cup tie. The lights were on, and I just love the Scottish Cup ties. It's their part when the lights are on, and the boy McLaughlin hit the bar. It might have been different if that had been 10. It would have been different because it probably went on to win the game. But I think it was Ryan Ed came up with the winning goal.
Yeah. Own goal put us ahead in the first half.
Yeah, that's right.
The Bankies equalised extra time. Ryan scored first minute of extra time.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, great, we're ahead, but we still got 29 minutes to go.
Yeah, it was
Could not have scored in the last minute of 90.
It was a long half hour that, but it was a great victory that, because as I say, a lot of people fancied Clydebank that day, but we managed to beat them.
Well, there was at least one Clydebank fan online saying this is a rehearsal for the end of the season. Stranraer will be Club 42 and the Bankies will win the Lowland League.
Nothing, nothing might happen like that, because Clydebank, have got a big game today.
Well, at the time of recording, the Lowland League title is still to be decided, but we do know we're not going to be Club 42. Immediately after the Clydebank win, Scott Ruff signed a contract extension. Good time to talk a wee bit about Scott Ruff. He came in the summer from the West of Scotland League from Beath. He ultimately would move on later in the season to full-time football. He was a good signing.
I know, credit to Tiff again. Nobody ever heard of the boy. Obviously Tiff had seen him in the West of Scotland, but the supporter here had never heard him. But what a signing again. And him and Big Reedy.
I was going to say your last chance to talk about Ruff and Reedy.
Yeah, I know, Ruff and Reedy. They're absolutely fantastic. Throughout the season until January. What a partnership.
Very good afternoon and welcome to the William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and Stirling Albion. I'm Laurence Nelson. Alongside me in commentary is Brian Martin, and we've got James Verity behind the camera this afternoon. Forward it goes again from Josh Lane. Now falls to Plank. He's got Ekrapont on his left, he cuts inside again, sets off with the ball, gets it through to Darren Lang. Lang has a shot, and it's in the net!
Fantastic feed, bang, bang, Darren Lang, number 1.
8 minutes gone, Darren Lang gets that one in off the roof of the net. Great work from Dom Plank,
Yeah,
great finish from Darren Lang,
yeah,
Brian.
Fantastic for Plank, fantastic finish by Lang. Must be.
Brown sends it in, and that's in the net from McLean.
McLean.
And
that's a quick reply.
Very effective from McLean.
Yeah.
He might have been impeding the goalkeeper, but certainly gets that one into the net.
Yep.
Oh, and Duffy makes a hash of that into Dolan.
Here you go,
Darren Lang. Oh, what a save. Plank off the crossbar. My goodness. He's got Plank out to his left. Plank with Hutchinson in front of him. Plank cuts inside, whips it into the box.
Quiggy.
Quigg heads it back across.
Yes!
It's in the net! Yes!
Is it Darren Lang or is it McManus?
I think it was McManus, possibly.
McManus, yeah. We'd hate to see it again, Laurence.
We'd see it again. I think Danny McManus got the touch that took it over the line.
McManus, was it? Lang. Now we're a wee bit undecided here whether it was Darren or we got the final touch.
I think Darren touched it at the post, but I think it was already in. Yes, Ekrapont swings that one in.
Oh, it's a great ball.
Yes! Scott
Ruff, number 3 for the Blues.
Yeah, lovely free kick from
Yeah,
Finn
fantastic
Ekrapont.
free kick.
And 33 minutes, Scott Ruff makes it Stranraer 3, Stirling Albion 1.
They are absolutely wicked, those free kicks for Ekrapont, Laurence, they really are.
You could see them in the back of the box. It was going to cause the defence issues, Brian.
Absolutely wicked.
Adam Brown again right into the danger zone and straight in. Yeah. It's the only way Stirling Albion were going to score, to be honest, Brian.
That's it, Laurence.
And that is full time.
3 points.
And you have to say, full time at Stair Park, Stranraer 3, Stirling Albion 2. And you have to say, Brian Martin, that was never in a million years a 3-2 game.
Yeah.
Stirling Albion rode their luck throughout the afternoon.
Yeah, the 3-2 scoreline is insane, Laurence, you've got to say.
So, Brian, an upturn in fortunes. We move into December, and there was certainly plenty to celebrate when we came up to the festive season for all at Stair Park. So we had a game here at home against Stirling Albion, which we ultimately won 3-2, but which realistically could have been about 8-2, 8-3.
I think we were on comments that day, Laurence, and honestly, I mean, how that game was 3-2, I'll never know, because, you know, Stranraer were so dominant, but, you know, they got a goal late on, it kind of squeaky bum time, but we managed to hold on for the 3 points.
And it was a good performance all round, but there was a spell in that first half, down at the end to our right there, when Dom Plank was unplayable.
Yeah, that's right, aye.
Now, midweek, we had the next round of the KDM Trophy. Our seeding rewarded us with an away tie at East Kilbride.
Yeah.
What a reward that was against the team. But this time we're at the top of League 2 and we had to go away there. Very few people, there was a lot of people missing in action that night. The manager, Chris Aiken, wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
George Frank wasn't there. I think he was in Japan at the time. Brian Martin wasn't there. Brian Martin was in the house, we can exclusively reveal, watching the Great British Sewing Bee rather than going to the K Park that night. And what did these guys all miss? Well, they missed East Kilbride 1, Stranraer 4.
Yep.
And that was our turning point in terms of East Kilbride, Brian. We would go on to beat them another twice in the season, but that turned it. But my goodness, if you see the highlights of that game, we didn't manage sound. The weather conditions were appalling, but what a performance with the guys.
Yeah, I know, and it's, as you say, Laurence, the weather was absolutely atrocious, which it's been like for the rest of the season. It's been awful weather this year, but you know, it was a great performance. You know, 4-1 away from home.
Good afternoon from Barrabriggs for the William Hill League 2 match between Elgin City and Stranraer. I'm Laurence Nelson, and the man behind the camera this afternoon is James Verity. Just over 5 to the end of the regulation 45. Haven't been any injuries or stoppages so far, thankfully. So there shouldn't be anything really add on. Here goes McManus through the middle. He's keeping going. McManus, he steps past Murray, gets a lovely ball away to Plank. Plank's in the box, cuts back, and it's in the net from Dom Plank. Dom Plank gets his first goal for Stranraer. 41st minute of the game. Lovely from McManus, lovely from Plank. Top drawer finish, beats Tom Ritchie from the angle, and Stranraer have the breakthrough at Barrabriggs. I was about to say these sides have tested each other out throughout the first half, but through McManus and through Dom Plank, Stranraer have the breakthrough, 1-0. But to be careful here, and that's in the net. I think it was Jack Murray, and that is such a cheap goal to concede. Now, Dom Plank, scorer of Stranraer's first half goal, sets off across the pitch, does well, and he's taken out, and that's going to be a yellow card. There's a red card for Dingwall. It's not the first time that's happened in a game against Stranraer, you have to say, for Russell Dingwall. But off the park he goes. Dunn strides forward, leaving Sargent in his wake. Oh, he's taken out of play, yep. You have to think if you could score here, you would pinch the points. In comes the free kick. Scott Ruff touches into the net! 91st minute, Stranraer have the lead again. My goodness me, this is an all-action game. The players go across to celebrate with the visiting supporters, and late drama. The 91st minute, I'm pretty sure it was Scott Ruff. The chairman in front of me nods his head in approval. Scott Ruff, for the second Saturday in a row, finds the back of the net. It's full time at Boroughbriggs, and Stranraer's incredible run goes on. In terms of straight wins, that is 5 wins in a row. It's 2 defeats in 16 now. And Stranraer's good run continues. Scott Ruff's 91st minute goal, Dominic Plank's 41st minute goal, and Jack Murray's equaliser on the hour make it Elgin City 1, Stranraer 2. And that was, 91 minutes, and a big celebration over in the corner with the away fans.
Absolutely, he says you've got to go over, you've got to thank them for coming all the way up here, so just a wee moment for them, you know, get to celebrate. He says I don't think we've gone up here in a wee while, so it was always very good to go over and celebrate with the fans.
It's a hell of a journey for you guys on the bus. I'm guessing the bus journey down the road's going to be a bit happier.
I think so. I think we're stopping at Tesco's, you know, get a few refreshments, and says we rest up and we go again next week.
So we moved on just before Christmas. Elgin City up at Boroughbriggs, and Scott Ruff, late winner, just to send the boys on their way to their Christmas night out. Now, a Christmas night out for you probably involves going down the pub. Christmas night out for the Stranraer players this year was a trip to Tenerife. What about that?
Yeah, I know, Laurence. I know, it's unbelievable. And Tenerife for a Christmas trip, I don't know, honestly.
So Scott Ruff got the late winner at Boroughbriggs, and we were left with the sounds of Lewis Reid saying he was away to get some refreshments. I like that, a euphemism there, a refreshment. The Ecogen sponsorship ended at Stair Park, but we had a new deal lined up for the new year. The Stranraer FC Christmas party took place after our final game in December, which was a 1-1 draw at home to Dumbarton.
And welcome to Clydebank for the William Hill League 2 match between Annan Athletic and Stranraer. Sitting alongside me is the old curmudgeon Brian Martin. How are you this afternoon, sir?
Well, that's terrible, Laurence. You called me that.
That was on the Terrace podcast through the week. The old curmudgeon.
Was that Sean and Craig Telfer?
It was indeed. Yeah, that's what they've labelled you with, Brian.
I thought we were friends of theirs, Laurence.
As Charlie Maxwell gets it back to Aidan Smith. He's been an Annan stalwart for a good few years now.
Yeah,
Smith.
he certainly has.
So that
he's gave us a few problems.
Yeah, Josh Dixon, he certainly has. Dixon gets the cross in, and there's a good touch away by Scott Ruff, but still Annan have it. Josh Todd on the far side. 14 is Ryan Muir. Now, can the cross come in? And it's in the net. 43 seconds on the clock, Brian Martin.
Oh dear, that's not the start Stranraer wanted.
Poor defending from the cross.
Yeah, certainly.
Josh Todd sent the cross in.
I thought it would run past the goals.
It looked a bit like that. I think actually sure who scored. It was 43 seconds on the clock anyway. I've no doubt the Tannoy man will tell us loud and clear.
Yeah, that's not the ideal start for the Blues, is it?
19th minute. Russell comes back, sends it back to Ekrapon on the touchline. Shot cross into the box. And the keeper.
He spilled it. It must be a penalty at least. Yeah, it's a penalty.
Keeper brings Dolan down.
Is that a red card? Red card, is it?
No, he'll not give a red. No. He's given the penalty, so he's got a yellow card.
Yeah.
Gio Clark tries to make himself big.
And no problem. For Marky Russell. 1-1.
20th minute of the game. Russell's 7th of the season from the spot. 34th minute as this ball comes in, and that's in.
It's another goal from a corner.
And again, another goal from a corner. And Aidan Smith We'll never score an easier goal than that, Brian.
It's getting ridiculous now, Laurence, honestly, this. Every game we're conceding for a corner. I mean, it's getting absolutely ridiculous. I'm no coach, but it's so basic.
Lang manages to get to that in spite of the shove in the back. Here's the Dom Plank. Manus returns it to Plank. Forward to Lang. Lang has a shot.
Yes!
And that's a great finish.
Bang, bang, number 1, number 2.
37th minute, bang bang, and it's Darren Lang with Stranraer's second of the game. Lovely bit of work in the middle.
Yeah.
Dom Plank, lovely finish from Darren Lang, Brian.
Yeah. I mean, it's what Stranraer deserve, but you know, you don't always get what you deserve, but you know, it's an amazing game. You know, what a game, what a game.
A Christmas cracker, Brian.
I think you could say it's error strewn, Laurence. Is that the word I'm looking for?
I think that's pretty fair, to be honest.
Yeah. Good afternoon and welcome to the Alpha Project Stadium at Station Park for this League 2 clash between Forfar Athletic and Stranraer. With Laurence Nelson still away enjoying himself, I'm joined in comments by new kid in the block, Jethro Bremner Allison. It's congratulations to manager Chris Aitken and to Bang Bang Dan Lang, Chris winning manager of the month and Bang Bang winning player of the month, so well done to them. And that's the first time since November 2020 we got these awards. Danny McManus, extra point with his right foot this time. This will come to Lewis Reid, who might strike this. No this time. Now here's Darren, back out to Reid. Darren. Good for Lang out to Ekrapont. He might have. But he was a goal! Finn Ekrapont, pick that one out! Mark McCallum, Jethro.
Finn Ekrapont has just once again scored a brilliant goal. I mean, that left foot that he's got, he could open a tin of salmon with that, couldn't he? It's an absolute dream, and we're stood right behind it, and it's just perfect. It doesn't move an inch.
Yeah, we've seen it all the way, didn't we?
Keeper
For our
had
vantage
no
point.
chance.
Absolutely
Beautiful.
fantastic for Finn Ekrapont.
He really does have that in his locker, you know. He's scored some wonderful goals for Stranraer down the years.
Doesn't happen very often up here at Station Park, but the Blues go in front, 1-0.
When Ekrapont scored that wonderful goal at Edinburgh City, the free kick.
And actually that's it was a lovely move with Stranraer there. You know, they kept the ball, and Finn had his chance and scored.
So good.
Finn Ekrapont gets the Blues in front. That gives them something to work with.
Has the geese fly overhead?
Is that right? Where they're heading, do you think, Jethro?
Somewhere warmer than here, I presume.
Africa, maybe? Hope they get their passports ready. It's quite far. Oh, I think it's rough. Oh, second phase of a free kick. Martin Rennie, you know, the man you've really got to watch for them. Comes for a very soft free kick, but you know, you've got to defend better. And this near side, Solon, Reid. Oh, comes to Darren Lang, just well to get his Plank. Now, there's Plank's going. Now here's Cleland, great chance. Here we are, bang bang! Yes! Darren Lang for number 2 for the Blues. Great play by Dom Plank, absolutely fantastic by Plank. Out to Cleland. The rebound comes to bang bang. No problem, number 2, 2-1 to the Blues. Jethro.
All about Dom Plank there. What a run. Brilliant. Right through the middle as well. So almost like that winger roll, but right through the centre of their defence.
The corner on that far side, a great free kick. Oh, how unlucky. Darren, oh, fantastic. What off the line, oh my dear. How did that stay out of that goal? It's a corner. How did that stay out? Three glorious chances for Stranraer.
You're not going to ask me what happened there, are you, Brian?
Absolutely. 3. It was off the post. Bang Bang had a chance to make his double.
Was it Reid the first one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just a wee bit maybe like a press in there. Oh, straight. Rennie! I don't believe that. I cannot believe that. That must be the biggest get out of jail card ever in football.
We've lost a few late goals recently.
But it was a lack of play here, you know, lack of press there.
One simple ball through.
Yeah. That must be the biggest get out of jail card in my life I have witnessed.
One final game to talk about in 2025 was we drew 2-2 at Annan at the New Year, and the result of that good run, Brian, Darren Lang got Player of the Month award and Chris Aiken got Manager of the Month award.
Yeah, December was a great month, it really was. It gave the Stranraer supporters a great Christmas, you know, with his performances around about that time. And I can remember the Annan game right enough, I think Darren scored after they scored in about a minute, didn't they? And Darren scored.
Seconds in.
Yeah.
So, on the pitch, drew 2-2 at Annan. We were struggling at that stage, we were on the draws. We'd drawn with Dumbarton, we drew with Annan. We then drew 1-1 at home to Edinburgh City. And then, of all places, we got what would normally be a welcome point in a 2-2 draw up at Forfar. But what a sucker punch that was with Forfar. I think they had Dick Turpin on their side that afternoon with that late equaliser.
Yeah, Laurence, honestly. Jethro was with Brendan Allison was in co-coms.
And another good goal for Finn Ekrapon.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I threw my clipboard down on the ground in disgust. I couldn't believe they'd equalised at 2 each. We were so in command in that game.
Dean Cleland came in on loan from Hibs. Tommy Sharp went out on loan to Beath. Dom Plank and Matty Gillis, their loan was extended till the end of the season, which was a good bit of news. And as you can probably see behind us, there was new ground sponsorship in the form of Lime Online. Nice new Lime sign behind us to signify the Lime Stadium, Brian.
Yeah.
Following all that, we had our final KDM Evolution Cup trophy game at Somerset Park, somewhere we'd not been to for a few years. Went down 4-1, but there was no shame in that given the position they were in the championship at the time.
No, I think some iffy refereeing decisions that night really cost us, but you know, I suppose they deserve to win at the finish up, but we put a good performance in.
We got a good run in that cup and a few pennies.
Yep, absolutely.
We need to talk about the Scottish Cup. Debacle is the word that George has put down here.
Yeah.
The cup tie against Queen's Park, so a reward for beating Clydebank. Was a tricky enough home tie against Championship side Queen's Park. Fair to say in advance of this, though, Brian, that we quite fancied our chances against Queen's Park, given previous results against higher opposition.
I think so. You know, I mean, we come into that in quite fair form. You know, and Queen's Park weren't in the greatest of form. They were down the bottom of the Championship, and I think we looked at the teams, both teams, and we thought, well, we've got a chance here. You know, and again, it was a fantastic game under the lights at night. You know, a fantastic game.
Well, you mentioned the lights, Brian. We'll come back to them in a wee minute. you were in commentary with Ewan that night.
Good evening and welcome to the Lime Stadium at Stair Park for the Scottish Cup fourth round tie between Stranraer and Queen's Park. In goals is the Hearts loan for emergency loan is Lyndon Tass. He's wearing 31.
Done it.
Okay. It's Draws, I think it is. It is Draws. To Fieldson.
Coming together.
Is it a foul? Yep. Now here's Connolly. Oh, it's a goal. I think it took a deflection right enough, but yeah, they've been quite dangerous since the game started. He was allowed to shoot probably.
He was.
He wasn't closed down, and they gave him opportunity to shoot, and he shot, and it's a goal for. I think it's Connolly, wasn't it?
Connolly, I think.
Yeah. Took a deflection right enough. So we've got to get back into the game here. They started off brightly enough. Now Reid. Now where's that going? Oh, good for Dom Plank.
Wide.
Yeah,
done
good.
Me, man.
Yeah. Ekrapon. Darren. Oh! Just had to be a goal. Oh, if he kept it down, it was Aaron Quigg.
Couldn't he really?
Stranraer's best chance of the half.
I don't know how he could get his head on it.
Just a wee
get
touch.
It lower.
Just a wee touch with Darren, and it was goal bound.
I don't know whether Darren in front of him put him
maybe
off.
Put him off. Yep, you could be right. Yep.
But then I think he just couldn't get it done.
Oh my dear. Oh my dear. This is all we need. When the floodlights are on this side, I think what the referee will be saying, that they'll give them time to get them back on. I don't know how long. Here's Sal with the goodies. Thanks for the sweetie, Sal. You're a gentleman. I'll give you a good mention in the commentary, even though you're not playing.
We'll give you man of the match tonight.
Yeah. I mean, it's nearly 5 to 9 already. My missus will be sending a search party out for me. I think we're going to get an announcement now. I think the crowd in the far side can see the lights coming on. Oh dear. Of course, I'm maybe switching off to bring him back on again. And it's going to be a late night. I can assure you. I think we're just waiting on the referee now, are we?
Must be.
There he is, the ref. So hopefully these lights stay on, and we can see the rest of the game. Now.
On me, man.
Now we'll go to and Planks. Is he on it? He's on it. It's a goal! It's a goal for Stranraer. The Cranley Cruyff has scored for Stranraer. Dom Plank scores. It's all level here. Ewan.
Superb from Dom Plank once again. Deserved his goal, and what a goal it is.
Yep.
Well done, Dom Plank. Gets us right back in it. Game on.
A slight defection, but probably the same as the Queen's Park goal. But who cares? It's one each year and all to play for again.
How long's left? Nobody knows.
And that will really get the crowd up now.
That's what we were lasting for a couple of minutes ago.
Yep. We'll see if Queen's Park slow it down now, Ewan.
Now game on.
Yep, game on. It's okay. Lewis should be able to win this.
No,
Lewis! What a chance for Fowler. Oh,
Save
brilliant
keeper.
for the big keeper. Brilliant for the keeper. Again, that gets the crowd going. You know what I mean?
Lewis kind of caught in two minds.
Yeah.
No like him.
No, it certainly
no,
is
he makes the right decision.
I mean, I thought it was in the back of the net when Fowler got the chance. That's it. We go into injury or extra time, should I say? Sorry.
Lolly Pop might need to let the wains across or sell them or Hunter. Oof. Mark Russell. Oh, post.
How unfortunate can you get, Mark Russell? How unfortunate. And it's went for a corner. Wow. Inches for going in.
What a chance.
Yep.
Couldn't hit it any more sweeter.
Yep. Comes out to Lamy. Slipped there for Ruff. Oh, great for the
Great
keeper.
save.
It bounced right in front of him, you know.
It's a horrible one for him.
Yeah, it was, yep.
He did very well.
Yep.
He's not had much to do all night, but he's kept his concentration there.
We go towards penalty kicks, and that is it. Penalty kicks.
Phenomenal effort from the Blues.
Absolutely. All the plaudits go to the League Two side. Well, this is either in the goal.
Well, it's taking the goal, isn't he?
It's in them trees. Oh my dear! Pick that one out.
Wow. Sudden death.
Yep, it certainly is. This could be another one in the trees or in the goal. Now, Big Natalio. Oh, and he saved it! He has saved it! And Stranraer are one penalty away from winning this cup tie.
Lewis Hunter, it falls on your shoulders, sir.
Lyndon Tass has saved it. And Stranraer are one penalty away from winning this cup tie. Now, Lewis Hunter to win the tie for Stranraer. Lewis Hunter. And he scores! And Stranraer have won! And Stranraer are going to Ibrox! Stranraer have won 6-5 on penalties, and Stranraer are going to Ibrox! Ewan!
Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Ibrox it is, here we come.
One of the most famous nights in Stranraer FC history. Stranraer beat the championship side 6-5 on penalties. I'll have to calm down, Ewan.
We deserve it. We've plugged away, we've dug in, and we've deserved a place in the next round.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic for the boys in blue. I'll be walking to my work now. I'll need the car, Ewan. Absolutely a fantastic result for Stranraer FC. That means so much to the club. Absolutely fantastic. That keeps the club going for another, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. And the crowd are absolutely ecstatic. Absolutely ecstatic. And why not?
And you know what, see, sometimes, London, I just think things are written in the stars. Sitting in the house last night, 5 o'clock, you get a phone call. You probably don't even know what Stranraer is this time yesterday. Right? When I spoke to you on the phone and you were so up for the challenge and you were so confident and you showed that out there on the pitch, and you know what, you deserve this tonight. Well done.
So during the goalie coach, it showed me some of the way they go, some of the players, and obviously you look at that, you analyse that obviously, but then it's in the moment, and in the moment you just have to make a decision one way or the other, and obviously it paid out in the end for that penalty save.
When you phone a goalkeeper 24 hours ago, at 5 o'clock I actually just spoke to his mum there, and he answers the rallying call for you, and he comes and he does that. Listen, sometimes things are meant to be, and maybe it was meant to be tonight if we got this time.
You know, Queen's Park went ahead, we equalised, but then my goodness, the lights went out, they went on, they went out. What was happening in the ground at that time? Were you worried the game was going to be called a halt?
It looked like Laurence was going to be called off, you know, and of course the Sparky came to the rescue, but I mean, I think the referee gave him another 5 minutes and it was going to be abandoned, you know, so but thankfully it went on. We won, but we'll talk about something later on.
We won on penalties. Ultimately the result was influenced by what had happened off the park. Hamilton Accies had asked for Josh Lane to go back to Broadwood, and Max Curry had rejoined his old club. Max Curry was back at Stair Park at the Lime Stadium by that stage. We also brought in Lyndon Tass as an emergency loan deal, and I guess that's where things fell down a little bit. Lyndon Tass's registration wasn't handled exactly as the SFA wanted it to be, so ultimately we were kicked out of the Scottish Cup. That really, Brian, could have been a huge turning point for the season.
Yeah, I know. That catalogue of events before that game, you know, I mean, you couldn't script write it. You know, I mean, everything went on and everything went wrong for Stranraer. You know, it's really disappointing.
Can you remember what happened at the end of the game? How did you find out that there was an issue?
Well, it was BG call. I came out of the press room and BG calls, you know, saying something. You'd have thought somebody had died. You know, it was really silence, you know, and we knew, and I come up with Rod with George and we were on Pie and Bovril, and I think we knew we were out of the cup that night.
I think we all knew fairly quickly. The elephant in the room, of course, was the fact that in the next round we would have played away at Ibrox.
Yeah, I know.
Which turned the whole thing into a big deal, national media, all the rest of it. But you know what, as I said a minute ago, that could have been a huge turning point for the season.
Yeah.
But actually,
that's true.
Let's see what happened next. Very good afternoon and welcome to K Park for this league match. East Kilbride versus Stranraer. It's been a difficult week. We just really need to put it behind us and get stuck in. It's been a very good season so far.
Yep.
Changes since Tuesday night, and I guess the notable one is Max Curry is back with us, Brian.
Good to see him back. Goals, yep, it certainly is.
There's a pile on there. Now, James Dolan's through. James Dolan's through on goal. And he slides it home. James Dolan opens the scoring. 31st minute of the game. Brian.
The babyface assassin does it again, Laurence. James Dolan.
And that was quick thinking by Stranraer. Released Dolan. He's through on goal. It was either him or Hepburn at that point, and James Dolan produced the goods. 1-0 Stranraer.
That's a crucial opening goal.
So I'll just need to keep at this because it's been pretty effective so far.
It's good.
Well done by Dolan. Gets his foot on that. Aaron Quigg. He's got Evan Dunn arriving. Feeds Dunn. Dunn does really well. That was nice by Quigg and Dunn. Dunn lifts it out. Dean Cleland has the second goal.
It's Cleland with the second.
2 minutes after Dolan's opener, Dean Cleland doubles the lead.
Absolutely brilliant play for Stranraer.
And Cleland gets his first goal. I was going to say in a blue shirt, but it's a red shirt.
I mean, brilliant for Gillis. Holds it up till Dunn gets a run. Dunn crosses. Cleland makes it 2.
You're right, it's a nice bit of clever football on the right hand side.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
And well done to Dean Cleland. I said earlier he's had a good game this afternoon so far.
Brilliant.
And now he's found the net. Takes the salute from Chris Aiken in front of us. And my word,
you said a minute ago it's been an even game so far, and it's still been an even game so far, but it's 2-0. Heads on again, it's the shout.
You can't
from
beat
Chris
that,
Aiken.
Laurence. Was that 2 goals in what?
2 goals in 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
It might have been slightly less even, but hope the man in the woods is still enjoying the game. Full time. And look at Lewis Reid, he is absolutely knackered. He's ran through the pain barrier. You know what? I pay particular tribute to the players given the difficult week we've endured. They played tremendously on Tuesday night. You know, every excuse that could have been there for the heads to be down today, but not a bit of it. They raised their heads up, came away from home to a very difficult place, and produced a blinder of performance. So well done to the management and the players. And again, full time at the K Park. East Kilbride 0, Stranraer 2.
Right, Brian, what happened next was that the players had the threat of the SFA expulsion from the Cup hanging over their heads. We had a tricky away game at East Kilbride, and lo and behold, a 2-0 win at K Park. What an afternoon that was, given what had happened during the week.
Considering what in the players' heads, Laurence, you know, I mean, they must have been sick, and we could have said, well, they might chuck it today, but nothing of it. You know, a fantastic 2-0 victory.
And of course, Dean Cleland got his first goal for the club, his first goal since stepping up on loan from Hibs, and against his old club. He had turned out for East Kilbride earlier in the season. Ultimately, we'd beaten East Kilbride in the KDM Cup, but that was our first league win against them, and it wouldn't be the last one. Big news came out of the club at the end of January, Brian. Scott Ruff, we talked about earlier on, who had come in from Beath in the summer, was sold to Crusaders, and you know, ultimately we were losing a very reliable defender, but the boy had come in as a youngster from the West of Scotland League in the summer and was going on to get full-time football. What a reward.
Yeah, as I say, Laurence, nothing surprising in football, but that surprised me. You know, I mean, we thought he was there, he'd signed a contract, but you know, you can't let the boy move on. You know, and it was a great thing for him.
So we lost Scott Ruff, and lo and behold, we brought in another player on loan, and again it was from Edinburgh, again it was from Hibernian. So to join Dean Crellin, we had Joe McGrath, who came in and made his debut up at Forth Bank. We drew at Stirling Albion 1-1 that day. Darren Lang was back in the score sheet. Another bit of news was the fact that Marky Russell was missing for the trip to Forth Bank. We knew he was there, and it turned out the next day he signed for Stirling Albion.
Yeah, it was
day at Stirling.
It was well rumoured. You know, he was signed for Stirling. We'd never heard anything about it, but you know, it transpired 2 or 3 days later. He was off to Stirling.
Credit to Mark Russell. He had a particularly effective season for us in 2024-2025.
Yeah.
His starting time was more limited this season. I think there was just a lot more competition for places, Brian, but ultimately the season before that he was a really valuable player for us, our top scorer.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was a fine player for his first season. As you say, Laurence, more competition, you know, in the second season, and you just couldn't get a starting place regular enough, and he wanted to move on.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Lime Stadium in Stair Park for this William Hill League 2 clash between Stranraer and the Spartans. Now, tall, great ball in.
Again, dangerous looking ball.
Yeah, could have came to Lang, but here's
done well
Gillis. Oh, brilliant for Gillis. Now he can. Just a wee.
It's a good chance.
It's a goal!
A very good chance.
It's Dean Cleland, the number 1 for the Blues. The wee man for Harthill scores for the Blues, Cammy.
Lovely cross in, and there's Dean Cleland lurking at the back post all on his own, puts it back across the goalkeeper. Keeper's got absolutely no chance.
Yeah. I mean, it's what Stranraer deserve. I mean, it's really Stranraer pressure for the first 12 minutes.
Spartans maybe just starting to have a little bit more of the ball.
Yeah. Drysdale.
Oh, it's taken a deflection. 2 deflections.
2 deflections are really unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate for the Blues. Max Curry hasn't a save to make in the second half.
No,
he's picking the ball out of the net.
I think the disappointing thing for us is the goal.
Yeah.
The goal aside, Max Curry's been just about a spectator.
Yeah.
That's not to say that Paddy Martin's been massively worked. There's a wee chance here though. It's gone for the lob.
Yes!
It's there!
Yes!
It is there!
Aaron Quigg! Aaron Quigg with a beautiful goal!
Surely!
In stoppage time, I think has won it for the Blues.
Surely won it.
Beautiful lob for Aaron Quigg, and he's won the point for Stranraer. Surely, Tommy.
Out of absolutely nothing. A ball just cleared up the park, and then as soon as it leaves his foot, you can see the panic from Paddy Martin, scrambling back, and it just drops in off the post.
What an absolute beautiful goal for Aaron Quigg to make it 2-1 for Stranraer.
Well, what an absolute sickener that must be for Spartans.
Came out absolutely nothing,
Yeah, just a long ball up the park.
Nothing.
2 or 3 Stranraer players going for it.
Yep.
And I don't think he could have hit that any better.
Wow, what a goal.
And that's that.
At last. There we go, Cammy. Fantastic win for the Blues, 2-1 over the Spartans.
I seen the keeper off his line and dinked him.
So Brian, a couple of changes as we come into February. You and Henderson went out on loan to Rutherglen, and after the whole carry on of the Scottish Cup game with Queen's Park, the good news was Lyndon Tass was confirmed as staying. Recording now, we know that Lyndon's going on to play a few first team games. Done quite well for us.
Yeah, he's done absolutely fine. You know, another good loanee we've got in this season. You know, he's done absolutely fine, the boy.
In February we were 0-0 at home to Annan. One that I missed and one that you were at and enjoyed very much. We beat Spartans 2-1 at home with a late show from Aaron Quigg.
Yeah, what a fantastic goal it was for Quigg, and I can just see it, not far side, no, this goal, the far side goal, beautiful. I thought I was going to go out draw, you know, it looked as though it was going to be a draw, but beautiful lob for Quigg, and we managed to beat the Spartans 2-1.
And how, curse of the commentator, how often does it happen? Because we heard you and Cameron Ritchie get on about, we're a wee bit unfortunate to be getting a draw here, and lo and behold, up pops Quiggy.
That's right.
With a late goal.
Oh, it's a fantastic goal. I mean, it's great to get a last minute goal against Spartans, because they've done it a couple of times down here. Yeah, especially when they're first in the league. So it's great to get a goal.
Can we mention Big Ayrton?
Yeah,
remember he did that a couple of seasons ago to us right at the end.
Yep. They pushed him up forward, remember, and he scored a couple of times.
I was away on holiday the day of the Spartans game, and I was sitting on a ferry of all places, and it was 1-1, and I was actually like, come on, full time, we'll take the point, full time. 2-1.
I think they'll see him in the stand, Laurence, I can tell you.
Absolutely. So valuable 2-1 win over Spartans. End of February, beginning of March became a real period of frustration. We'd pushed up to the top end of the table, sitting fourth. Then came the frustrating run. We lost at home 2-1 to Elgin. We lost 4-1 at Edinburgh City, and we lost 2-0. Remember that midweek game at Dumbarton? That run kind of stopped our upward momentum, really.
It was a mad March for Stranraer, you know. I mean, we didn't pick up many points at all, especially on the road. And Elgin beat us down here as well. But the 4-1, looking back, was probably a poor result against an Edinburgh side who haven't won since.
If you remember that day, such as our good record at Edinburgh, even when we went 1-0 down and 2-0 down,
right.
You and I are still thinking we can come back here, but never really did it at all.
No, we didn't play well at all. That was probably our poorest game of the season, I would have thought.
Sal Turi did return at Meadowbank, ironically, because that was the last ground he had played it for us. Good to see Sal back from injury.
Yeah, it was. He was a miss. You know, his pace up top was a bit of a miss.
I mean, you think back long spells over the winter, it almost felt, until Dean Clellan came in, it almost felt as if it was Darren up front a lot of the time on his own after Ryan going out. We were really struggling, considering the number of forwards we had this season. They all seemed to get injured one after the other.
I know, you can remember back to the Dumbarton game, we had no forward, Darren was ill, and with 5 forwards at the club and not one could play.
A very good afternoon to you. Spring has sprung at the Lime Stadium at Stair Park. Welcome to this William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and the league leaders East Kilbride. Off goes Plank, Kerr Robertson chasing him. Tom Plank, he's got Dolan on the right, goes left to Darren Lang. Can Lang get this back through? McManus, front end of the box, runs into trouble. Here's Darren Lang again. Here's a shot, and it's off the crossbar from Darren Lang. 9 minutes in, and Stranraer's top scorer denied by the woodwork. Oh, he's it. That's a penalty. That's a penalty.
What is Docherty thinking?
Docherty.
I mean, I don't know what he's thinking about. It's just poor defending, Laurence.
And up steps Robertson, and Max Curry almost gets there, but John Robertson makes no mistake from the spot, and in the 12th minute East Kilbride have the lead gifted to them effectively.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now Matty Gillis steps over the halfway line. Baldy has a wee tug, but he gets away from him. Dolan along the deck, McManus.
Oh.
Here's Gillis. It's in the net.
Matty Gillis!
13 minutes in, Matty Gillis has his first goal for Stranraer.
Yeah, fantastic stuff for the young on loan midfielder for Hearts.
I thought it was going wide, and then you just saw the net bulging, and Matty Gillis, on loan from Hearts, has his first goal for Stranraer. 2 goals in the space of a minute.
Yeah.
Martin Fellows checks the time with the linesman.
Bill McClaney's getting
pummeled.
Yeah, that'll be concussion for a fortnight for Bill.
Aye, he'll not be here for a couple of weeks.
Yep.
This is the birthday, dear Elgin. Happy birthday to you.
One goal.
Bad news over at the away side there, Brian. The pie shop was closed.
Put early, is it shut early, Laurence?
I must have run out.
Who ate all the pies? The young lady's coming up with. She's maybe trying to hand it stuff there. And there's 2 hungry commentators across here.
You've got no chance.
I shouldn't really be hungry, Laurence, after the birthday cake.
After that cake at half time,
That's just greed.
Lifts it forward, Craig gets up there.
Lewis Reid!
Yes, and Lewis Reid!
Lewis Reid with his first goal!
With his first goal! The big man celebrates. 60th minute. It's come at last for Lewis Reid.
The big destroyer scores his first goal for Stranraer. 2-1 to the Blues.
And it's a game in which both him and Matty Gillis have got their first goal for the club, Brian.
Yeah. Perhaps they came out of nothing, Laurence, out of nothing.
It was absolutely out of nothing.
Yeah.
If I was the visiting defence, I'd be like, ooh, question marks. Big smile on Lewis Reid's face as he tracks back. We've been gently winding him up for a few weeks about when was this goal coming. Well, it has come. Goal for the meatball.
He's been due it. He's been telling the media he's been due it, so he's got it at last.
We've been sort of gently winding you up for a few weeks about this, and boy, you celebrated that in style. Tell us about the goal first of all.
Well, Quiggy, he was winning headers all day today there, so I was kind of half gambling a wee bit, and he got quite well, and it just came down. I don't know if I had it in the volley, the half volley, and put it through the keeper's legs. No chance of saving it, and I don't know what I'd done after that. Just throwing about my hands about the place. So no, I'm really happy. Says Gaffer's been on me for about the summer to score a goal, and to score it today and get the winner. Says I'm absolutely buzzing.
Brian, we're looking back at the season just past, but isn't it lovely to look back at some of Nish Walker's old photos of seasons past, way back in time at Stair Park.
Sadly, Nish no longer with us, but he's left a legacy, there's no doubt about it.
Certainly has, and if we want to win at any point, we could do a lot worse than harness the spirit of Michael Moore.
Yeah, Mickey Moore up there.
Up there, Mr. Stranraer.
Yeah.
So we did get back in form with a win over East Kilbride. And also, Lewis Reid gets his first goal for the club. How long had we been talking about Lewis might get a goal? He used to, he's had these storming runs up the middle, and he finally got that goal.
At last. I mean, he's had a few near misses during the season, but at last he got his goal against EK, and it was a great winner.
And Matty Gillis got a solo effort in that one as well.
Yeah,
the 2-1 win.
I think that was the game we came right back into the game. He scored first, didn't we? Am I right in saying that? And Matty Gillis scored.
What did we have this season over Spartans, and certainly second half of the season over East Kilbride?
I think we can just match these teams on any given day, Laurence. It's same as any league, I suppose. But I think we can match the best in this league. Teams tend to come down and sit back. Lower end teams in this league. But if we getting head to head with a Spartans, as you say, or a East Kilbride, we seem we can manage them.
And another big celebration in March with the candles out for your 70th birthday, Brian.
I can't believe it. I don't look 70, do I? Maybe I do.
Nah, just to look anywhere less than 80.
Maybe 69.
A very good afternoon and welcome to New Douglas Park for this William Hill League 2 match between Clyde and Stranraer. And it comes, that's a good looking corner, and it's in the net. Stranraer didn't defend that.
Roll failing at a corner again, Laurence.
Yeah.
We couldn't go out with the first 5 minutes here.
That was scored by Barry Cuddihy, who missed a couple of shots in the first half, but he didn't make the mistake with the header.
I think we missed a couple of headers there, Laurence, to get it away.
I would say so, yeah.
Pure defending, yeah.
Yep, so Barry Cuddihy, 52 minutes. Heads, Clyde in front.
Of course, we've got to come out now, you know, and try and get that equaliser.
Connell and Reid come together there. Plank outnumbered, really.
Yeah. Oh,
here's Leach.
Easy.
Connell gives it back to Leach. Front the box, here's Leach. He's through. And he must score, and he does. And that was poor defending,
that
you
was
have to
terrible.
say. Really poor
defending.
And I think the game might have gone, Brian.
Yeah, that was terrible defending.
56 minutes, Leach doubles Clyde's lead, and Stranraer have been better in the 4 minutes between the two goals.
Yeah, that was terrible defending.
That really makes it a mountain to climb now, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Clyde 2, Stranraer 0.
No, like Stranraer, Laurence, no, pure defending there, but, you know.
And Clyde really should be on easy street now.
Yeah, you'd have thought so. Yeah.
Nice pass through to Plank, however, because it's still not that easy. He did well there to Dom Plank. Here he is again. Lifts this one inside now. Hughes, and it's in the net.
It's there. It's
Ronan Hughes.
Ronan Hughes has got it back in it, Laurence. How long to go?
We still have 5 minutes left, Brian.
Back in the game.
And Ronan Hughes gets his second goal of the season. Nice headed home, makes it 2-1, 85th minute.
Yep. It was a lovely headed goal there by Hughes, wasn't it?
Aye. Touré gets it through Hunter, back into Touré. Plank plays it in the box.
Derek,
and it's over the bar. 94th minute.
Dear
How
Darren.
close was that, Brian?
Oh, I had to score. He just had to score.
And I think that must be it now.
Yeah. What a chance.
What a chance for Darren Lang to get the equaliser.
Just got under it too much, Laurence.
It could actually just hit off him, Brian.
Yeah, he just need to glance it, yeah.
And Clyde off the hook there, big time.
Absolutely. That's it.
And that is full time.
They
Brian,
have absolutely held on, Laurence, to that lead. Held on.
I have to ask you the $64 million question. Clyde 2, Stranraer 1. Would you agree that Clyde arguably deserved that?
No. I thought a draw was a fair result.
You thought a draw was a fair result?
I thought a draw was a fair result. Good evening and welcome to the Lime Stadium in Stair Park for the William Hill League 2 game, Stranraer v Clyde. We could have a win after losing 4 of the last 5, Ewan.
Yeah, it's not been the best of spells, but a win tonight can solve all that.
Yeah. That's Hines with a kick. No, it's too much. Yeah, so we out to the far side. They're looking for offside, not getting it. What a save, Bertas. Oh, still there. It's a goal now. Fantastic save, Bertas. All came from a very iffy free kick, I must say. But Clyde completely against the run of play. We've managed to score in 32 minutes, almost in 45 minutes. So this will be the last chance of this half, I would think. That's better. Yes, a goal! I can't see who it is, but it's a goal. What a fantastic time to score. An equaliser. Is it Reid, is it? We'll still try to find who scored it.
It looked like an own goal to me.
It goes third time lucky. Oh, great ball in. There it goes.
Hit it.
It's done.
Done.
Yes! Evan Dunn with number 2. What a fantastic strike by Evan Dunn to make it 2-1 for the Blues. Ewan.
Brilliant goal. Absolutely fantastic. One just before half time and one just after half time.
What a fantastic strike by the big man. He's got to come in this time.
Passes.
Oh, great ball. Great ball for Plank. Now Jordan with a chance to cross it. It's
ball,
a great
Jordan.
cross. Oh, Darren. Oh, Darren.
Phenomenal ball in from Jordan.
He just had to score.
He's got to get the ball again.
Yeah.
Clyde's going back into it again.
Now, Darren on his own.
Oh, great touch, Darren.
Stop. Oh, and he's
gone.
And he scored eventually. Bang, bang, Darren Lang has made it number 3. But I think he got injured in the process.
I think he's done his hamstring in the
Well,
process.
I hope not,
but brilliant goal from Darren Lang. Great touch.
Definitely touched him. No scored for a wee while, but that makes up for it. Bang, bang.
He gave up on it in the ball get back to him.
I don't think it's a hammy. I think he just got touched in the...
Just the way he looked like he was rubbing the leg as he stopped.
Yeah.
Done Jordan.
Yep. Oh, somehow Clyde get the ball there. Oh, Ewan. Evan, should I say? No, it wasn't Ewan, honestly.
To you there.
Oh.
That's a penalty. I knew he was desperate to give something. Robbie Leach. Save from Lyndon. Lyndon Toss does it again.
Yeah, fantastic.
He loves the truth tonight. Good save.
Yep. I've got to say, it wasn't the greatest of penalties, I didn't think, but you've got to save them.
Got to save them.
That's it. Fantastic 3 points for the Blues, Ewan.
Better in the final third, second half, and could have had more than the 3 goals. 3 points back on the board.
When I've came across the defender, I think he's just tried to get in front of me, but he's just need my hamstring. I think just obviously being in full flight while running with the ball and kneeing it, it's not been too good for it, so it's a bit sensitive and tender just now.
So as if celebrating Brian's birthday wasn't enough, we also had the Aiken brothers giving us a cause for celebration with an extension to their contract. No sooner than that had happened than we signed Aaron Healy up for next season for 2026-2027. And there was a wee bit of a surprise swap, if you like, in the sense that Corey O'Donnell went out on loan to Cumnock and Eden Lynch came in. Brian, that was a wee bit unexpected at the time, I would say.
Absolutely, Laurence. You know, a good centre defender, you know, in this league, you know, and it was a big surprise to most of us. You know, we managed to get his signature.
I think I was just saying to you before coming in here, and I'm not trying to butter you up, I think it's the best highlights package in the division. So I look on. Listen, I watch every other week, so I was familiar with the squad, and I think that certainly helps.
Next up, it was a double header against third placed Clyde, a team that it had been hard to separate the two sides up until that point. Separated they were now because we lost at Clyde 2-1 and then won 3-1 in a really good midweek performance down here at the Lime Stadium. What do you remember about that one, Brian?
Yeah, under the floodlights, which I love, and you know, I think that was Darren's goal where he was injured and still scored.
Yeah.
But that was a fantastic 3 points and got us really back into the playoff places.
That one, there was the tale of two keepers because Max Curry was injured in the first game away at Clyde.
That's right.
And we thought we were struggling for a keeper in the home game. Lyndon Tass was heading down south to his grandfather's funeral. Lyndon, fair play to him, changed his plans last minute, played his part in the 3-1 win, and then got the first flight out in the morning down south to make sure he was present for his grandfather's funeral. We also had his grandfather had a book of poems which went on sale online, and that was advertised to the Stranraer fans. But no, credit to Lyndon in terms of not letting down his grandfather.
Yeah.
Actually, he didn't let us down either.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, I'd just like to say one thing as well. I feel like my granddad's funeral is tomorrow, and I'd like to dedicate that to him and that win tonight for him, and I've done it for him, so I'm happy I've done him proud.
A very good afternoon and welcome to Ainsley Park in the capital for the William Hill League 2 match between Spartans and Stranraer. Lyndon Tass will get his first touch back at one of his old stamping grounds. Quigg gets a wee header on.
Lovely wee flick on.
Toure
is through here.
in spite of
It's going to have to go alone.
And he scores! Sal Toure, the self-styled most handsome man in Scotland, gives Stranraer the lead 6 minutes in. Cameron, what about that one? Did well to shrug off the defender.
He did really well to keep his footing and then just keep his calm and his composure and just slotted it past poor Blair Carswell there.
And by the way, I've been saving that one up for months because Sal told me earlier in the season he was the most handsome man in Scotland. And who am I to argue, although I did suggest that maybe he was the second most handsome.
But Brian Martin's not here today, so it's all right. Again, not really the placement or the power to overly trouble.
And Stranraer strongly claiming for a handball, the referee having none of it. And here's Russell in the box, and that's a goal.
Scuffed it. It's in.
And I'll tell you what, that's a decision we need to look back at. Again, controversial.
Certainly Chris Aiken asking the assistant referee on this side about it.
Is that the ultras up behind the player who's down, Cameron?
I think it must be.
Are you going to have to watch your step on the way out the ground?
It's alright, by the time we've done the interviews and everything, everyone will be long gone.
They'll be in their beds.
I'll be safe.
Yeah. Now. That was tighter, that looked tighter at the back maybe than it was from here. Spartans do bring it out though. And McManus does really well. Runs back all the way, wins the ball, and now he's bringing it forward again. Gets it
That's
away.
the right idea.
That's a
Well
lovely
done.
ball. Gillis
Tries to deliver it across.
And it's in the net! Aaron Quigg puts Stranraer in front again. 73rd minute. That was lovely from McManus. Nice ball in from Gillis, I think it was, Cameron, and then Quigg pokes it home.
We were full of praise last week for Danny McManus in terms of the ball he put in for Evan Dunn's goal, and he's heavily involved again there. Wins the ball back, not content with that, then powers forward deep towards the Spartans goal, plays it out, lovely ball in, and Aaron Quigg's there for the... Is that his third against Spartans this season, I think?
he's got a bit of wreck. Remember, he got the winner.
He did
the
got
last
the
home
winner
game.
at Stair Park, and I think he scored in the 4-0 here as well.
And that's 93 minutes,
That's that.
and that is full time. Full time at Ainsley Park. A thoroughly deserved win for Stranraer. Spartans 1, Stranraer 2.
The work that the guys did when they came in last year, and then they've added to the staff, they've added to the structure, and I've absolutely loved being in here since the minute I came in the summer, and these guys are a pleasure to work with, and likewise to you guys off the pitch. That, you know, it's been a very much a team effort, and we've got 3 games to go, and we spoke to the players that we're either going to make it or miss it by a tiny margin now with 3 games to go. So, you know, let's try and make sure we don't miss it by a tiny margin.
So we reached the end of March and he's out and he's back in, and Ewan Henderson had to be recalled from loan ahead of the trip to Clydebank.
Yeah.
Max Curry out injured, obviously. And Lyndon Tass got his opportunity between the sticks, hasn't let us down. So we then had another injury. We had an injury to Darren Lang following the midweek game against Clyde that you talked about.
Right.
But Darren made a miraculous recovery and was back in. But we had another injury as Dom Plank was ruled out for the season. That was a real blow.
Yeah, it certainly was, Laurence. He was so good, you know, when he came on loan for Hearts, and he was so good during the winter. And we missed him, I think, you know, the last 2 or 3 games, you know, for his width.
Dom Plank obviously sidelined through injury, but it's nice to see you back at Stair Park, Dom. Tell us a bit about the injury, what stage you're at, basically what's been happening to you.
Yeah, so I had my surgery 2 weeks ago now, and I've just been resting and just letting the scar heal, and then start my rehab now.
You're having to do what the doctors are telling you, basically.
Yeah, exactly, basically, and I'll start my physio and my rehab, like next few weeks, hopefully off the crutches, and then road to recovery. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Talk about your loan spell at Stranraer in a minute, but obviously that is coming to a close now. You're not going to be playing again this season. What's the outlook for you in terms of getting back to playing football again?
So I think it's like 4 months, so hopefully start training pre-season again, and then games August, so it's not too bad, back for the new season, so yeah.
You've been at Stranraer for most of this season. We've had a number of loan players in. How's it been for you? How have you enjoyed it?
I've loved every minute, to be fair. I heard you mention Dumbarton there. It was a great start, and then just from when I broke in Spartans 4-0, like just every minute, and everyone's been so welcoming, the coaching staff, the fans, like it's been unreal.
From a loan player's point of view, how is it in terms of your week, the travelling, the training with Hearts, the training with Stranraer? How does it work out for you?
Yeah, so Monday, Friday and Tuesday I'm in with Hearts still, and then Tuesday, Thursday obviously with Stranraer. So it's been good getting a lot of football, which probably helped me on the pitch. And yeah, it's good just keeping me fresh, and it's been good to train with Stranraer and get that men's football as well, so yeah, it's been great.
Dom, it's been lovely to see you in a Stranraer shirt this season. We've enjoyed watching you, and all the best on the road to recovery.
Appreciate it, thank you very much.
Brian, talking about Dom Plank, we've always had the 6 loanees this season. Josh Lane, first part of the season with the Hearts trio, Lyndon Tass, Dom Plank, Matty Gillis, Joe McGrath and Dean Clellan from Hibs. These guys, youngsters, they've all contributed to the squad this season.
Yeah, they've all done great, Laurence. You know, the whole 5 or 6 whatever loanees there was in this season, every one of them, you can't have a complaint about any of them because they're really fantastic.
So March and April, we lost 1-0 at Annan. I thought that was a significant 3-point loss for us.
Yeah.
We then drew at home with Dumbarton. Again, possibly a game would have fancied us to win.
Yeah.
We're huffing and puffing to keep that 4th place.
Yeah.
But then went back to Ainsley Park, beat Spartans 2-1. What about the lead up to that Aaron Quigg goal from Danny McManus?
Yeah, a beautiful goal. Great work by McManus in the middle of the park. you know, out to Gillis on the right hand side, lovely cross, and there's Quiggy to make it 2-1.
I was going to say that was the second goal, but
yeah.
Sal, that with a bang.
Yeah, that's right. The
most handsome man in Scotland opened the scoring for
so
us.
he keeps on telling me anyway. So, but again, I mean, he got through the defence. I think he thought somebody was going to take. I think he said he thought somebody was going to take him down, but he just ran and scored. It was a great victory, that, you know.
It's a lovely finish because Sal was through. But we've seen time and again this season, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
You one-on-one with the keeper to always beat the keeper.
Yeah, quite surprised the keeper never came out right enough. Just came on his own way, but it was a good finish.
A very good afternoon and welcome to the Lime Stadium at Stair Park for the William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and Forfar Athletic. McManus with the corner.
That's better.
There's a bit of oomph on that one.
Oh, I see.
Off the line.
Oh,
and off the post. Looked as if it was
Wow.
off the line and then off the post there, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one that we couldn't actually see from here what happened, but that was a right old goal line stramash. We're all over the place a wee bit here. McGrath still forward, hooks that forward. Toure goes off to chase Allen. Allen does enough to get that away. Toure goes down.
I just hope it's not his hammy again. Oh dear.
Looks like he's struggling a bit, Brian. Yeah, the substitute's been shouted
James
back.
Dolan, really feel for him if it's his hamstring again.
You get forwards back and then this happens again. 58 minutes then. Toure replaced by Dolan.
A shame for the boy.
Shepherd gets it back into the path. Haddo here is Slater. A wee bit of space, but that's a goal.
It is a goal.
Sutherland scores. And the defence was carved open there, Brian.
I don't know what happened there at all.
Yeah.
He was allowed to get the cross.
61st minute.
Yeah.
Sutherland scores. And Forfar have their noses in front.
Yeah.
A set piece, Brian. I think it's our best opportunity at the moment because we're too far back in the game, really. As the Seagulls wheel and it goes. And Darren Lang is off the line by Blair Alston.
And again. That was off the line, Laurence. That was the one, maybe.
And welcome back, Ryan Edgar.
Yeah, good to see Ryan back.
This could realistically be the last chance, Brian. Edgar with the throw.
Oh,
Quigg can't stop this, can he? I need a blue shirt on this. McGrath back in Edgar, he's onside. Plays it into Hunter. Straight into the welcoming arms of Mark McCallum. That's the game going. Yeah. McCallum takes a lie down again. And it just ain't happening. That is full time. And Stranraer's season is far from over, Brian, but it's in danger of slithering into a kind of disappointing end. Forfar won through Jake Sutherland's 61st minute goal. There was some absolutely shameless time wasting going on at the end there by Forfar. They realised the huge value of getting the 3 points here. They move on with the 3 points. And at this stage anyway, with 2 games to go, you'd say they're probably favourites.
Yeah, again, Tiff will be scratching his head how we didn't get East a point out of that game.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It was constant Stranraer pressure.
The only word I can use is disappointment. But it tells us where we are as a club. But did I think we deserved to lose a game? Absolutely not. I think we had one chance. I think they've scored a bit, but we've got to do more as well. The final third of the day, we didn't have the quality.
So the Blues now back up into 4th place, and we thought, was it plain sailing to the playoffs? But lo and behold, we came a cropper, 1-0 at home to Forfar, Brian. That was a big disappointment, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely, Laurence. I mean, it's a game we should have won. You know, we probably should have tied up at half time. As we said in the recording last week, you know, they'd one shot on target and scored, but you know, it was a really cruel blow to us. But you know, these things happen. You've got to bounce back from it.
3 points behind, going into 2 games at home. We are filming ahead of the home game against Stirling Albion. We've still got to go Elgin last game of the season. Is it as simple, Brian, as to say we go and win those 2 games and see what happens?
Well, that's it. You just got to win the 2 games, Laurence. Hey, try and score a few goals here today. No disrespect to Stirling Albion. We've got to try and score a few here today to keep us in it. You know, so it doesn't go against us in goal difference next week. And then if you beat Elgin, you never know, because they play Annan. So a hard game for Forfar next week.
And either way, as we approach the end of the season, how do you feel the season's been? Good season?
Yeah, I mean, we're usually doing the bottom at the end of the season, but
certainly the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, last 2 or 3 years, yeah. But this season it's been extremely different and extremely great for all the supporters. You know, Tiff's building a really good team here. You know, and if not this season, why not next season?
And it's been entertaining. It's been
absolutely
an enjoyable season. Let's see what happens. What a glorious day. I am sailing, home again, across the sea. I am sailing. No, it's not stormy waters. I'm not going to give you the whole Rod Stewart song, but what a beautiful day to be coming in on Stena Line, no doubt, up Loch Ryan and approaching the Lime Stadium. And on that note, welcome to the Lime Stadium for this afternoon's William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and Stirling Albion. Well, we thought after defeat to Forfar last week, have the playoffs gone, but you never know. 2 games to go, win them both, and let's see what the other teams at the top of the table might do. And looks like we're getting a team photograph taken ahead of this one.
Scooby Bear getting in the act as well.
Scooby who?
Scooby Evolution, I say. Oh, for God's sake.
Ooh. Stirling Albion have got numbers forwards here. Into the box, Jinkin. And that's a lovely goal. A fine finish by Austin Laird.
Yeah, what a start for Albion.
5th minute in, that was a lovely take by Laird. Gives the visitors the lead, Brian.
Not at all. He was allowed to cut inside.
Yep, jinked his way into the box, did Austin Laird.
Yeah.
Unleashed an angle drive, and that's a perfect finish for him.
Yep.
McManus. Lang.
Yes!
And it's in the net.
Darren Lang, bang, bang, Darren Lang.
46th minute, Darren Lang grabs his 14th of the season with a fine headed goal.
Yeah, I predicted he'd score today, Laurence, and he did.
Now that gives us something to build on, Brian.
Yep, Darren's first player to score double figures in the league since Ennis Cameron in 2017-18, Laurence.
Brian Martin's been brushing up on his stats there.
No, it was Cammy.
Cameron Ritchie keeping him right. He's had a frustrating old season, but yet Brian, he's in 14 goals.
Yeah.
And welcome back to action for the first time this season. Robbie Foster, Ekrapont with a corner, and it goes. Beats everybody. Robbie Foster off the line. I was all set for the headlines there, Brian. Foster.
Oh,
well done, Jordan Stewart.
Stewart.
Can he get this in the box? He's still going. He needs help, I think, though. Does get it across. Evan Dunn heads it back down. Ekrapont's there. Nope, it evades everybody. Reed's got to make sure he gets to that, and he does so. Laird making sure he does.
He gives Laird a wee tap.
Just to let him know he's there.
Wee man, aye.
Now.
Oh, brilliant take for Ekrapont.
And he misses it.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Ryan, this is Stranraer's 10th corner of the day.
Yeah, just a touch there for Ryan, and it was a goal.
If he'd fallen over, he'd have gone in. Edgar, as you say, decently long throw into the box. Oh, and
corner.
Yeah.
Get the keeper up. Lyndon Tash, you come up, son. Might as well.
Corner number 12.
Get him up. Come on, Tassie. Up you get, mate. Might as well. Look, you've seen Tiff got up for this.
And that's headed over the.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's another corner.
On you go, Lyndon. Up you go, son. That's it.
Here he comes.
There we go.
Here he comes. Stirling don't know who to mark now.
Ah,
so
dear.
Everybody's going to be in that Stirling Albion box. Almost says Ekrapont takes this corner, and it goes.
Lyndon oh no.
And it's straight now we've got a problem.
Ah, that's all right.
Jordan Stewart
needs to
punt this out at the park, I suspect.
Oh, he hasn't.
It's a penalty.
Oh,
Stewart
dear,
had to
dear.
do that. The keeper shouldn't have gone up, Brian.
Well, I don't
It's
know.
too early in the game, and a red card for Stewart. And to be honest, that's no Jordan Stewart's fault.
Still 4 minutes to go, Laurence.
Well, we're playing a minute injury time.
Aye, but
And not Jordan Stewart's fault. He had to do something, Brian.
yeah, actually, I think the mistake where he should just have kicked it out the park when he
absolutely.
let it bounce,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
We should just have, because he knew the keeper wasn't there.
He had to do something, though.
This is ironic, isn't it? Mark Russell comes back to probably win the points for Albion.
Yeah. 90 plus 3 to win the game for Stirling Albion. Up steps Russell, and it's saved by Lyndon Tass. An easy, comparatively easy save, you have to say.
Yeah.
Now, can Stranraer get this up the park? McManus launches this forward, and Robbie Foster is onto the loose ball, plays it into Dean Cleland. Off goes Cleland, squares it into the middle. Now, Ekrapont turns at the front of the box, sends it in.
Corner.
And that's a goal kick.
Oh, of course, it was a corner.
Calm down, Brian Martin. No corner.
I've never seen a game like my life.
Plenty of drama at the Lime Stadium. And that is full time, 90 plus 5. What a finale, Brian Martin.
Yeah, probably the story of Stranraer's second half of the season here at Stair Park, Laurence. You know, we've dropped point after point with constant pressure on the opponent, but just cannot get that winning goal.
I've just said there, I said when I came here 18 months ago it was going to be a journey, and we're getting there slowly but surely. Today wasn't to be. Today we didn't get to take it to the last game, and all credit to Forfar. But the damage was done last week. It wasn't really today's game, it was last week, we feel. But as I say, I stand here proud, manager of that squad in there. They've been excellent, and I think today you've seen for 90 minutes that we dominated the game. And listen, another day for a wee bit more quality in the final third, you probably go in and score.
Welcome to Borough Briggs for the final William Hill League 2 match of the season. Elgin City versus Stranraer. Brian Martin, a very good afternoon to yourself. How are you?
Afternoon, Laurence. Yeah, I'm well, but I'm frozen.
Frozen?
Yeah, it's second day of May. Absolutely freezing.
All week it's been
I know, lovely.
suntan lotion weather as well. And that's a blast. That goal which is blocked, here's the substitute Hyde. And I think we could have let that go, to be honest. Ross plays it in the middle, and what a save!
Brilliant for Curry.
Top save by Max Curry, denies Russell Dingwall. 61st minute.
Yep, absolutely.
Curry,
brilliant for Curry.
Right on the spot with a reaction save to deny the Elgin captain. Up the line it goes. Cleland gets a touch. Here's Robbie Foster onto that loose ball. Dean Cleland in the box. Can he get it across? Does get it across. Ekrapont screws the header wide of the back post.
Chance.
Almost looked as if in had too much time there. Stranraer need to stand firm here. It's played in.
What a save again.
That's a lovely save from Curry.
Yeah, but
player drifted in from the left onto McKeever's free kick, and Curry was there to turn it over just when it looked as if it was creeping under the bar, Brian.
3 top-class saves for Curry in the second half to keep Stranraer level.
Swings it away across the back of the box. Evan Dunn's there, wins it down.
Oh.
Ronan Hughes. It's
a goal!
And it's home!
Robbie Foster!
And Robbie Foster has finished it off.
Touched it on the line.
88th minute. The home defence argue with each other. Robbie Foster, 88 minutes, gives Stranraer the lead. Last game of the season. Brian?
Yeah, excellent for Robbie Foster. Really delighted for him.
And the home defenders having a heavy debate with the referee about that one.
Not happy, I think. I don't know whether they're saying it's offside or...
I think they think Ronan Hughes fouled.
Well, it's be very hard, I think, to say that. But it looks as though Stranraer have won the points at this late stage, Laurence.
And Brian, what a story that is, Robbie Foster on the final day of the season, putting that ball home. We didn't think we'd see Robbie Foster in a blue shirt again this season for long spells of the season. 2 minutes to go of the season, he pops up with a goal.
And that's the perfect medicine for Dr. Foster.
2 minutes come and gone,
Laurence.
and season 2025 2026 has come to an end. Brian Martin, a long old season, but you have to say Stranraer 8th last season, 5th this season. There have been significant signs of improvement.
Yeah, it was a pretty end of season stuff for a while, Laurence, but you know, it's a long way to come. But we got the 3 points, which is all that matters today, and we finished 5th in the league, which is a great achievement, I think.
Yeah.
Full of players.
To be fair, I think this game had a draw written all over it, so
Yeah,
if you're an Elgin
yeah.
fan, you're probably a bit cheesed off at the end of the afternoon.
Yeah.
But so chuffed for Robbie Foster, so chuffed for Stranraer to come up here and get the 3 points. As you say, 6 points on the road at Elgin this season. And 5th place in the league, tied up.
Laurence, I just say thanks to everybody for the good wishes for the Stranraer media team throughout the season. Really enjoyed it again, hopefully back for more next season.
Well, let's just underline the fact we do it. We travel the miles, but my goodness, we enjoy ourselves doing it. And you know, on behalf of Brian and myself, credit to George Frank and James Verity behind the cameras. They're the guys that you don't see doing the work, and they are the ones that actually produce what you are seeing. Anyway, end of the season, finish 5th, a victory. Robbie Foster getting his first goal of the season, 88 minutes in. We've thoroughly enjoyed bringing you this season's coverage, and as Brian says, we hope to be back with you not that long into the future, I guess, for season 2026-2027. Let's see what the summer brings, folks, and have a good one.